Right, hopefully my sound's working now. I checked the Radio Eddie sound and that was working. I didn't check my own. Hopefully all that is good now. We thought we'd start early, but looks like we might be just starting on time because of my sound issues. I'm super excited to review your open source project today. And we do have some giveaways today, some swag giveaways. So yes, we do. We've got Cushy coming on later on Radio Eddie, and she's going to talk about HackOn and the giveaways, the swag giveaways. We all love swag, right? And what else? We're going to do green square attack, as mentioned by Karuna. Love it that you've all joined early. We've got Yash was on first, then Anush, Karuna, Ankush, SR, Carl, Krish, me. I was on there as well. I said hello too. Why is my screen suddenly stopped sharing? Whew, technical issues there. And of course, Nick's on Radio Eddie. We're going to get Nick on a moment to give you some instructions on how to join Radio Eddie if you want to as well. Rishit, Bishal, Srikaran, awesome. Mahmood, awesome to have you all here. I'm super excited to, as Karuna said, get you green squares today. Let's review your project. Let's get people contributing to your projects. Let's get you contributing to their project. Kind of join all the dots and give some giveaways. Also, if you're not part of our Discord, do join our Discord because there is some more swag giveaway, and I'll let Cushy talk about that later on. So before we get started, awesome to have Nick helping me out with Radio Eddie. And Nick, if you could explain a bit about Radio Eddie, and while you're doing that, I'm going to bring up your GitHub profile so people can follow you on GitHub, and I'll share it in the chat as well.
Hey everybody, good morning, afternoon, evening, time zone relevant greeting. So if you are not familiar with Radio Eddie, make sure you are in our Discord server, and I will get the link generated here. And at the very top of the channel list in Discord is the Radio Eddie stage channel. So you join that channel and you can join as a listener and then request to speak. And when Eddie or I see your request to speak, we will bring you up on stage where you will be live with us in front of our 22 wonderful viewers. Do note that if you are not planning on speaking, you'll want to leave the stage and you'll want to listen to the audio through YouTube. Otherwise, the audio is a bit out of sync from the video, and it does get a little hard to follow sometimes.
Perfect. That's really true. Just to reiterate, if you're in Radio Eddie listening, then you're missing out on all the visual stuff. So do join via YouTube, and you're not helping my stats as well. I need to improve my YouTube stats. So yes, good point. Perfect. Loving the conversation between the community members in the chat. That is great. Keep that going. That's how you stand out from the crowd. That's how you grow your network. So that's awesome. Right. Okay. Let's get going. So I have shared Nick's GitHub that's behind me right now. That way, in the chat, do give Nick a follow. Nick does so many awesome things in the community and really helps us all out. So that's great. Perfect. Okay, so first of all, I need to go to GitHub, EddieHub, and hopefully you've all joined our community on EddieHub, so you can join. We now have 723 members on GitHub. Do feel free to join that. You can just raise an issue on our support repo, and you can just say one of the issues, let me just go check that out now. One of the issues is invite me to the GitHub organization, and the GitHub action will send you an invite. That's all you need to do. Just create. It's already got a template in there. Nothing hard for you to do. So let's have a look at our issues. So what we're going to do is live stream review. Let's do that. Filtered by that. Then we've got portfolios. We've got GitHub profile reviews. We've got resume reviews. Let's go to the oldest one. Wow, we're back to 3 pages again. Okay, we had this down to 2 last time, I think. Now we're back up to 3, almost 3 full pages. So we're going to have to go fast and go run through these quite quickly. We're not going to get through all today, but hopefully we can do at least half a page. And if you want to come on Radio Eddie and just practice your public speaking, give your thoughts on some of these projects, or you are the project maintainer, do jump on Radio Eddie and join in the conversation. That'd be awesome. Okay, cool. Right. Yes. Shall we get started? Any other business left to do? If I miss anything, I'm just checking out the chat. Let's see. No, I think we're good. Let's get started. Okay, awesome. Great. Eleanor, awesome. You said you're happy to be here. I actually have prepared to bring up some of these on the screen, and I kind of forgot. So hopefully this should work. No, wrong button. My bad. Wrong button. This button. I haven't streamed for like a week, and I just feel a bit out of practice. So there we go. Glad you're happy to be here. We're happy that you're here too. Right, and you can see the community is giving you a really warm welcome. We have such an inclusive community, and I love the community. So thank you all for being awesome community members. I would like to join, but I haven't learned multitasking yet. Yeah, I have not got multitasking. I think the more kit I have, the more confusion there is. So first of all, we have Polkit. Okay, I don't know if Polkit's here. I think Polkit's currently live streaming with Perrine at the moment. They have submitted 2 items, and this was before we split the template up into multiples. So that's not their fault. But yes.
Sorry to interrupt, but it's one item. They were kind enough to provide the link to the website and the link to the repository.
Got you. Okay, perfect. Thank you. My mistake. Thank you, Nick, for correcting me. So I love the community. We're all learning all the time. Okay, let's have a quick look at the website, and then we will go look at the repo. Okay, pretty cool.
Oh.
You don't like animation? Too much animation, right?
I'm going to complain first about the autoplay. I should not be hearing audio when I visit your website.
Oh, are you hearing audio? I'm not hearing it.
I got autoplay.
Ah, interesting. Okay. We will leave a note on that as well. Let me start making a note. And I want everyone else, let me share the issue in the chat, and you can all leave your thoughts and comments as well. And don't forget that when I raise these points in the issue as comments, you can also raise them as individual issues on the repo if you wish, if you believe that they're kind of good feedback, and then you get a green square for raising the issue. So we're also here to not only give feedback on people's open source projects, but also or resumes, etc., and so on, but also to get you all the green squares. So people have already given feedback, which I just think is freaking epic, which I think is really good. So they've got lots of feedback. Hopefully by now they've probably made all these changes. So what we're seeing is the revised version. You can see there's a lot of feedback. I don't know how many comments there have been on this one, but that's quite 15 comments. Love that. Really good community collaboration. Because we say in EdiHub, collaboration first, code second. I collect a point. I'll just do a sound effect point. I think that came through okay. Right, okay, we go right to the bottom, and let me just get the YouTube live stream link so they can view it later on. So thank you for sharing, reviewed on live stream. Here's the link. Right, so feedback from Nick was the audio. I can't hear it for some reason, but Nick's saying there's audio automatically played.
If I refresh the page, it doesn't. So, but then I see 404s on the audio resource, so it's trying to play it.
Okay. Let's have a look. So audio auto plays, not great. UX. I think I agree. Like when I'm before whole pandemic and we're in an open office and you kind of got your laptop, you got to visit a website, and your speakers might be on really loud from earlier in that morning when you were making a cup of coffee and you were watching some YouTube video or something like that. So Nick's already adding comments. That's awesome. And then you suddenly click on the website and then you're in an open office and you hear straight out your speakers. Very embarrassing, very unprofessional. So yeah, autoplay audio is definitely not good. I've actually been playing with that myself. So on my free course that I'm creating at the moment, I've put autoplay videos, like intro video, but no sound. So people have to unmute it. Cool. I think there's just too much animation, and there seems to be some jumping around there. I don't know if people can see it on my screen. When the writing gets certain length, so as it Mentor's quite short, open source is quite short. Let's see, you'll notice it jumps to a second line. So let's have a look. Do we see it? Is it gonna? It's really quick. It hasn't happened yet. Wait a second. I don't know how many rotations there are, but there was one where it jumped to a second line. I think that's like not so great, because then the icons underneath and the contact buttons started going blah, 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 bouncing up and down. Let's have a look. Be patient with me, everyone. It's there. Okay, 3, 2, 1. It's there now. No, okay, it's the next one. I don't know how many there are. There we go. Did you see it? It happened twice. Okay, cloud computing enthusiast. Okay, let's have a look. So, what can we say? Like typing text for the longer text. Does that make sense? Longer text. Cloud computing enthusiast. Can't spell it. Hopefully that's kind of correct. Is that behind my head? Let me move that up a little bit. Awesome, Rahma. Thank you so much for also putting in a comment as well with Nick. I think that's awesome. The text bounces to the second line multiple times. But it's nice to have a bit of animation. We don't want to kind of bash anyone's website. We are here to give constructive feedback. I do like having some animation. I just think there is maybe just too much. But and there's some more animation again. But it's good that it's giving some feedback and services. I know Nick doesn't like the progress bars as well. They haven't got numbers, so I can kind of maybe make my peace with that. But I think that's good. Testimonials. I think testimonials are really, really good. And from some people that I recognize from socials as well. It'd be good if these were Are they clickable? No. But I think that's really good. I like the testimonials. I want to say that. I think that's really important. I need to get better at this as well. Testimonials are great. Thumbs up. Cool. What else have we got? We'll have a look at the repo as well. Contact me. Awesome. Got some details how to get in contact.
Oh yeah, I should go look at the repo.
Let's go have a look at the repo. Okay, scroll up to the top.
Wow.
Let's have a look. Okay. Description, like that. I think that's awesome. Link to the website, really important. So many people miss that out, and it's just like such a prominent place to have the description and the website. So don't miss this out on all your repos. Put a one-line description like this, and put a link to the deployed version or link to the documentation if you have it. I think that's really, really important. Don't make people scroll down to the README to get a link. So I think that's really good. Topics, again, really, really like that. README and license, awesome. Releases as well. This is really good. I do like this. First impressions are really good. Multiple releases, sponsored link, no packages. I think you can hide packages in settings, so potentially hide packaging in settings if you're not using that, and it's deployed to the environment. I think that's really good. So Polkit, first impressions, really good. Lots of commits, shows it's active. 3 days ago, again, shows it's active. Got a green tick, so we've got some GitHub actions, I think, running potentially. Let's have a look. Yep, we have. Awesome. 4 branches, a small number, which is good. You want lots of tags over time, like tags releases, but small branches. So let's have a look at the chat. I've kind of been ignoring the chat. So sorry, everyone. I got too excited. I haven't streamed in a week. It's a bit out of practice and also super excited. Let's have a look. Eddie doesn't like animations. Hey, Aditya, awesome to have you here. Bishal supporting the portfolio looks dope. Go leave a comment on the issue. It's always great for people to get positive feedback. I think people don't realize when they kind of, reply to a tweet of mine or something and just say great live stream or whatever it is. It just helps so much. So if you do like something, let the person know. It does really mean a lot to them, and that means a lot to me. Let's have a look. I think it's called Typewriter. Okay, cool. SR, thank you so much. Let me go update my comment there as well. Typing text. Yeah, typing text is like not very, very kind of technical, so thanks for that. See, learning all the time, even after 15 years, still learning. Okay, so typewriter text for longer text, for example. There we go. Awesome. Almost 40 people. Don't forget, give the video a thumbs up, everyone. It really helps support the channel. Thank you so much for being here. We do have some free swag giveaway coming up. Kushi is going to be joining us soon. Talk about hackathon coming up at the end of the month. And we're going to give away some swag today. So we do have a form that you need to sign up for. Oh, I should share the form with you so you can sign up. And then we have to come up with some criteria of how you can win. Yeah, we need to have a think about that. Oh, spelled my name wrong. I should spell my name right. It might be helpful. I think it's Hackon. Is that the URL? Let's have a look. Oops, my bad. Wrong URL. Maybe event Hackon. I should have cut this up before. It's kind of embarrassing, but nothing's perfect. Eddie, this is super embarrassing. Give me a second. I will find it. I did DM it to Kushi, so I will have it. Here we go. Bear with me. It's on Eddie Hub website, not on mine. Okay, found it. We're good. We're good. It's going to come up now. So HackOn 2.0, Hack for Change. It focuses on so many awesome things. Do go check out their website. But sign up for a chance to win some free swag. Let me share this in the chat so you all can sign up for it as well. And then I can just quickly I'll bring up the website when Kushi comes on and we can go through what the hackathon is about. So I'll keep this open because I'll probably have to share it again in a bit. Let me move that along there. Okay. Oh, you speak so fast. Sorry, Halil. I get a bit excited, but thank you very much for letting me know. I will slow it down a bit. So my apologies. Hopefully I didn't miss too much in the chat. Let me see. I'm sure Nick or someone else will point stuff out if I miss stuff in the chat.
Eddie had too much coffee this morning.
I did. I had a big cup of coffee. So yes, like you can see, it's quite big. So yes, maybe too much coffee. I don't usually have coffee, so for me it's super buzzing. Halil, what languages do you speak? I'm really curious. So English is your fourth. So what is your first, second, and third? Let us know. I struggle with English, and it's only my first. Okay. I don't think I missed too much in the chat. Some people saying they're going to miss the swag because of dinner time. Okay. We will have some more swag, so do keep an eye out in Discord. We will have some more swag from HackOn specifically for the Eddie Hub community, so do keep an eye out on that as well. Let's have a look. Don't British drink tea? I usually drink tea. Carl, you're absolutely right. I have a lot of tea. I have like 3 coffees a week when I need it, and needed it today. So I'm a bit buzzing. My GitHub star mug. I have quite a few GitHub mugs. They're kind of behind the green screen. But I am wearing the Hubber t-shirt. Yes, for good luck. Oh, I missed it. What's your first? Second, Punjabi. Eddie isn't British, right? I've lived here all my life, so I only speak English. Third, Urdu. What was the first? I missed it.
Pushto.
Oh, I haven't heard of that one. Oh, I learned something again new today. Love this. Cool. Okay. Right, I think I've kind of caught up with most of the chat. If I've missed any questions, copy and paste it back in, or maybe someone on Radio Eddie will let me know. Okay. Let's continue having a quick look. So I really like how this is done. This is really great. So I'm going to leave a positive note in my message. I see loads of people giving more feedback. Don't forget, also give positive feedback as well, not just the constructive ones, because it is really, really important. So I want to, let's have a look. Website. And then if I go, who remembers their markdown? I'll make that bold. Oh, don't know what that pipe in there is for. And then I'll do a separate one for the repo, just so I can separate it. I think looks great. So what did we say that looks great? Looks great. It was use of releases, description, link, tags. Boom. Okay, cool. Only other thing I would suggest is the naming convention. There sometimes seems to be spaces with hyphens, hyphens without spaces, underscores, mix of underscores and hyphens. I think just whatever you choose, just you need to be consistent. That's my biggest suggestion to everybody. You can choose whatever you want, just be consistent. I think that's the most important thing, because that just shows that it's more professional, I think. So I might leave that as a constructive feedback. File names are inconsistent. Suggest using a single style. Is that behind my head still? Move out the way, or wrong way. Move over this way. Okay, cool. What else does everyone think? Have I missed anything else in the chat? Yes, Mert, there was more than 100 people, 109, I think. That was like the biggest live stream I've ever done. So, yes, bring your friends and your family over to watch if they want to watch too. Definitely. And we will, at the end of the live stream, probably for the last 20 minutes, I will not be going through the list of items. Where is it here? Not that one. I lost it. I did have a list of the ones we're going through. I'll get that up in a second. But we will take some from the chat as well. So we will kind of have like a free-for-all at the end as well. Awesome. Ashwin, this is so underrated. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay, what else? I think the README looks really good. Lots of screenshots. Maybe too many. but it's better to have more than less, I think, as well. But I think that's good. You could have, if anyone wants to get a green square, you could raise some of those thoughts and feedback as issues on the repo. But also, another one I've come up with, this could be syntax highlight, which is just so much nicer to read. So if I copy and paste this, for example, and let me just go to an issue. I won't actually create the issue, because if some of you want to create it and get the green square, do that. But so if I do this and I just don't delete the template, do use the template. But if I just paste in the code and I just do preview, you can see it's a code block that looks like it was the same as on the README. But here, if I put HTML, now you get syntax highlighting. It just looks so much nicer. It just pops that so much more. So I would recommend that. Syntax highlighting for the HTML code. There we go. I think that's good. I'm conscious of time. I want to go through a lot more. I want to go through all of yours still. So I know we've got lots of yours on there as well. Let me copy that so I can use that in the next one. I'm going to give that a close. You can still add comments even though I've closed it. I'm going to close it just so I know that I've done it. Okay.
All right, Eddie. Before
me.
we start the next one.
Yes.
Cushy is here.
Awesome. Thank you, Nick. Cushy, great to have you here. I've got the sign up page behind me, and I'm going to bring up the website as well. Cushy, how are you?
Awesome. Hey, hi Eddie, hi Nick, hi everyone.
Everyone, say hi to Cushy in the chat. Everyone say hi to Cushy.
Yeah, I can already see a lot of hellos there. Hi Prathamesh,
awesome.
hi
Yes.
Karuna, hi
Cool.
Kevale, hi Khalil. So yeah, hi to everyone, and thank you so much Eddie for having me today. I hope I'm not late, right?
No, you're not late. This is perfect timing. As always, my live streams are very chilled, and I'm just keen to kind of geek out everyone in the chat. And you're the first person, in addition to Nick, on Radio Eddie. So hopefully we will encourage more people to join Radio Eddie afterwards. And I've already warmed people up and told them that we were going to talk about the hackathon, and we've got some swag giveaways. But I didn't give any criteria or any more information than that. So I don't know if you want to start by talking about what is Hackon?
Definitely. So I believe a lot of EtiHub community members are already there, and so Karuna is there as a volunteer, and a lot of members are there as a part of HackOn volunteer program. And it's really awesome to see how the community is engaging over there. Like it's absolutely awesome, Eddie. If you get some time, you should definitely catch us on HackOn Dev Connect. A lot of people are there, even from EdiHub community. I can see a lot of regulars there. Like we have got at least 5 Dev Connects until now, and some people are there. They always attend the Dev Connects and they're never late. So awesome community, I must say. So HackCon is actually a hackathon, and this time for this edition, it's the second edition this time. And this time we are focusing on community, we're focusing on diversity and inclusion, and we're focusing on mental health. Since so much is happening around the whole world, this pandemic happened, and this is something that none of us expected. But we wanted something to happen so that all of us can relate to, and we all can just feel good about ourselves. So HackOn, no matter how new or old you may be, HackOn has got a place for everyone around there. And I've got some really cool prizes. So looking forward to collaborate with all of you, and looking forward to give some free swags today.
Awesome. Okay. So what is the free swag that we can give away today?
So we have some dev.to stickers, definitely. But also, because EdiHub community is so amazing and so special, so we have got some special swags for EdiHub community members as well.
Awesome.
But for that, you have to go and join EdiHub's Discord community and HackCon's Discord community right now. So I'll provide the links in the chat section, and you have to do that.
Okay, cool. You might have to DM those to Nick for Nick to share them. Yeah. I think YouTube might block the links for you.
I can do a permit here.
Oh, perfect. Cool. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah.
Sorry, carry on. I was just going to say I'm super excited. Everyone, don't forget, join EdiHub's Discord and HackOn's Discord as well for extra swag giveaway after the live stream. But on this live stream, we were going to get people to sign up for a chance to win. I will share the link again to sign up for a chance to win. I did not know you could do that, Nick, in YouTube chat as well.
Yeah, even I didn't know that.
See if it works.
That's just epic. Okay, I have learned so much today already. We've been going for just under 30 minutes. I've already learned 4 things today, so I'm just super excited. You all are awesome. Okay, so what is the criteria? Let's have a think. What is the criteria for people to win swag? I've got some ideas. Have you got some ideas, Kushi, or shall I share mine?
Yeah, I know, but I want you to share your ideas because today, whatever you will tell me, I'll do that.
Okay, cool.
I'm on your channel.
Okay, cool. So we have, in today's live stream, we have 5 swag giveaways. And I think the best way to do it towards the end of the live stream, when we go to kind of the free for all random and people submit their kind of GitHub profiles, maybe we review those at random and we could have it. Nick's probably better ideas actually. I'm trying to think off the cuff at the moment, but maybe people who submit their profiles, and whoever gives, like, I don't know, really good feedback, like good suggestions as an issue. So they get the green square for raising the issue on someone else's repo. So it's not about my profile's the best. It's someone else's got submitted and we review it on the screen behind me. And then if someone gives some good feedback, good and bad and constructive, etc. and so on, whoever does that, we can maybe pick some of those to say, wow, that's really good feedback. An issue's written really well, and we can pick 5 people. What do you think?
Awesome. I really like the idea. I think that will also help people contribute more towards the community. And that's what we always aim for. So yeah, I'm up for it.
Awesome. So we will do what did they say on TV? The regular show will be going through the issues on GitHub. People have submitted their projects already. And then in about an hour from now-ish, give or take, we will let people in the chat share their GitHub profiles. They just not the whole URL, just share your GitHub username. And we will have a look at your projects, and we want everyone contributing to those projects, and we will pick some people who contribute to them. Pull requests, issues, whatever it is. And it can be a good idea, but if you raise an idea on someone's repo, put links to an example, put a screenshot, make it really useful, and that's how you can win the swag.
Awesome. That would be great.
Cool. And I've just seen Tom's message. Whoa, like the page after signing up. Is that on the website behind me? I can't remember what the thank you page is afterwards. I hope it's okay. I hope it's not a wrong thank you page. Ashwin, good question. No, share the GitHub username in the YouTube chat. I'm not going to look at it.
Not yet.
But not yet. Not until we get to that section. We will go for our regular show as normal. Awesome. Kushi, anything else you think we should add, or is that good? Do you think? Does that make sense? Is that clear?
Yeah, I think it definitely makes sense, and we should go ahead now.
Awesome. Nick, does that make sense? What do you think? Any thoughts? Or all good?
Once the live stream is over, we need to, of course, have a way to contact our winners. So I think in order to be eligible for the prize, should be in our EddieHub Discord server as well as the HackOn Discord server, because that is another great community to join and connect with like-minded developers.
Absolutely. Awesome. And so, yes, remember people to put your GitHub username in here, because when you share it in the chat, we'll tie it all together. Okay, awesome. I will leave this open and I will get back to the regularly scheduled show. I think that's what they say on TV. And we have live stream review. And then I want to go to the oldest page. We've done 1. And we're going to do 2 now. So this is, let me open a new tab this time so I don't get myself confused. Okay, close that one. Here we go. So Kushi, feel free to stay on and give us your thoughts and so on these projects that we review, but also feel free to drop off whenever you want, and other people can also join. I do see in Radio Eddie, we do have Carl, Newport, and various other people. Do feel free to raise your hand and Nick can bring you up on stage. We'll try and bring only kind of one person on at a time, so do be patient if you request.
Definitely. So I think I should give the space to some new people here, and whenever you'll be starting the giveaway, I'll soon just come back here.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you. Perfect.
Awesome. Cool.
Thank you
Bye,
so much,
everyone.
Kushi. We'll see you in a bit.
Yeah.
Please share a link to the current repo. Yes, so this one, I'll share a link to the issue, so you can leave a comment in the issue. So Rohan, good point. And then you can get to the repos and so forth from there as well. Awesome. Oh, my accent's difficult to understand. What did I break?
That's a good question.
What's the
Eddie,
question?
can I contribute to any other project to be called an open source contributor?
Can I contribute to any other project?
In other words,
Yes.
I believe what they're asking is, if I contribute to somebody's project that has, 1 star and 0 forks versus contributing to Google's Angular repository that has 1 million of everything, am I still an open source contributor?
Absolutely. 100%. What do you think, Nick?
Oh, definitely. No question there. As long as the project is open source and you have made a contribution, you are an open source contributor. And I would love to say that contributions are not just pull requests and commits.
Yes.
Contributions are issues, contributions are discussions, contributions are ideas.
Yes.
Anytime you add value to that project or that community, that's a contribution.
Exactly. That needs a victory sound effect. Yes, just anything that adds value and helps someone definitely is a contribution. Absolutely. Awesome. Someone's asking to see my setup. Okay, this is behind the scenes kind of setup. Hi, everyone. Okay, there we go. Cool. Okay, let's... Great question. Keep the questions coming in. I think that's really awesome to see that. Okay, so removed all personal data. Otherwise, resume will be deleted. Oh, that's our template. So they've got portfolio and resume. Let's have a look. We haven't done a resume in a while. Maybe we should do a resume.
We have not done a resume in a while.
I think they've removed all their personal details. I think it's just a single page. That's an interesting preview.
I mean, they got a phone number, but it's not the end of the world.
Too late now. I've brought it up on screen. Yeah, a phone number, I suppose. Okay, so I like the resume. My first impressions are it's really good. It's clean. It's not too packed. I like having the picture. I don't know. It just feels more like personal. I know people say, people make judgments and so forth, and that can have a negative effect. But personally, I do like it. I feel like, okay, I know this person a bit more now.
I think it's a regional thing because, in the U.S., that's heavily frowned upon.
Yeah.
Because you don't want as a hiring manager, I don't want to feel like I'm making a hiring decision based on a picture instead of based on their skills.
True.
And it opens up all sorts of, potential lawsuits and discrimination claims. And, so here in the US, it's kind of a don't do that. Which is a bummer because I love putting a name to a face.
Yes. Especially if that profile picture is the same as them on Twitter, same as them on GitHub. It's just easier to join the dot and go, oh, I've seen that person before. Yes, they made that contribution or they commented on my issue or whatever it is. So I do like that, but you are right. It does have some, negative aspects as well. I don't put a picture on mine, but I wish I did.
I don't put a picture on mine either. I don't have room. I saw a comment on the issue about changing the pink to blue. I really like the pink. I think it's a very soft and soothing color, and it makes it easier to read the resume. The one thing I would say is you've got this this big blank space here
on the left. Okay.
And so a lot of hiring processes use what's called an applicant tracking system. Okay. And it's basically a really expensive robot. And that really expensive robot will read your resume and look for keywords. And the problem with these really expensive robots is they're really bad. And so when you have a resume that has 2 columns, some of those robots don't know what to do with it, and they will read it incorrectly, and you will end up, you won't make it past the robot filter, and you won't get your resume in front of a human because the robot can't read 2 columns. So in this case, I think because you have so much empty space on the left column, I would make this a single column layout.
That's a fair point. Let me, people have done comments already. That's awesome. People already giving feedback. Love that. Oh no, I lost my comment from before. 1 second. I'm not going to type it again. Let me see if I can copy and paste it. It was closed And I think I closed this one, was it? No. Okay, I won't find the one I did. I'll write it again. Reviewed on live stream. I just want to get a link again to give context to people. So they say, well, where is the link to the live stream? Don't make people hunt around for things. Make people's lives easier, and they'll really, really appreciate it. Okay, so we love the pink. Well, I do as well. And like I said, I'm a bit biased because my website is pink as well, as you can see. So I'm a bit biased. We love the pink and clean layout. Suggest having a single layout. So the CV machine, so that doesn't make sense. What can I write?
ATS machine.
ATS machine can understand it better. But I really like straight away when I see their LinkedIn, Twitter, and GitHub all have the same username. For me, it just shows professionalism straight away. It's better if it's their name. It doesn't have to exactly be their name. I know some people, have nicknames and so forth, but as long as it's consistent, I think that's really, really important. And with the domain as well. Hopefully, I'm trying to speak a bit slower. So where is someone who was saying I'm hard to understand? I'm hoping I'm speaking a bit clearer now. The caffeine's wearing off slowly. Date of birth, people see that as a negative as well, especially US and UK, I think, as well. So that's one thing I would remove. I personally wouldn't put my phone number because recruiters would just call all the time. But if that works in your country, then by all means keep that in. You've got education, work experience. Can you put any open source projects in here? I think that would be really nice. If I go to your GitHub, let's have a look. I think it'd be really useful if you could include some. So you've got lots of green squares, you've got pin projects. I would pick some of your favorite ones, to be honest, and put them in this gap in the side, or if you make it a single column, as Nick is suggesting, in that section for open source projects. People are already putting in more comments. Love that. Love the community collaboration. So let's have a look. Suggest having some of your open source projects on your resume. But it looks good. There's no kind of bars on how well or how little you know something. I think that's really good that you've put those in there, and you've got your interests in what you enjoy. I think that's really, really good. I really like that. That's a lot of languages. Wow, I struggle with English, but I think that's good. I think that looks really, really good. Reviewed on a live stream. We love the pink layout. I think that's good. Do we go for the next one? Looks good. Some thought. ... And people can raise issues. Remember, if you want your green squares, everyone, you can raise. Let me copy that so I can use that in the next one. Mustn't forget. Okay, perfect. Cool. Okay. I'm going to close that and go on to the next one. Close those. So if I refresh this, next one. I don't know if the people are here or not. So GitHub profile, and which one should we go for? Let's have a look. We haven't done a GitHub profile today. Should we have a look at GitHub profile? Let's have a look.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's have a look. Okay, let me just paste this in so I don't lose it. Reviewed. I can't even write English. There's people speaking like 4 or 5 languages. Okay, I'm struggling with English. I know what Nick's going to say straight away. Does anyone know what Nick's going to say? Write it in the chat. Before I say it or Nick says it, what's Nick going to say? And while you're all thinking and writing, I'm going to catch up with the chat to see what I missed. We can shift the link section at the bottom. Rohan, please make a comment in the issue, or I should share this latest one as well so people can put a comment. I think it's great to get community feedback on all of these because it helps grow your network. This person's going to recognize you on socials and all the rest. So I think it's really important to leave comments. It helps you stand out.
So what's funny is the first thing I was going to say isn't the thing you think I was going to say.
Okay. What is it that you were going to say that isn't?
For your sake, I will mention that remove the profile visits because I'm going to refresh it and get you to 1,000. But the first thing that I noticed was your banner. And you call yourself a web developer in making. Have you built a project? And if I look at your GitHub, you have built projects. If you have built a project, you are a developer. When you call yourself a junior developer or a future developer or a developer in making, you are underselling your skills and your talent. The minute you have written a project, you are a developer.
Exactly. Sorry, I'm writing. I kind of missed half of what Nick said, but I agree with it for sure. But yes, you're right. You're all developers. As soon as you get involved in, I don't know, writing Hello World or have a GitHub repo, a GitHub, sorry, profile with a bit of activity, then you're already a developer. I really believe it. Well, I say, in tech, I don't like to differentiate too much between developer and tester. It's all about adding value to the community and the project. We have someone on Radio Eddie, but before we get into that, bear with me 1 second. We had a question from Eleanor. I don't know if someone's answered it. It was about what kind of resumes these fancy robots read. I love the robot icon, by the way. I don't know if you can able to share some more on that, Nick. I haven't used a resume in like over 6 years, and I'm sure the robots have changed over time and improved and so forth.
The simpler, the better. We like to make it look pretty to get it, to make it eye-catching for a human, but it's very easy to get it to never land in front of a human because the robots don't know what to do with it. So my advice is always keep the layout simple. Single column, everything reads, left to right, top to bottom, or whatever appropriate direction for the language you write it in. I know there are right to left languages, but also keywords. And one very important thing is you should not have one single resume that you pass to every job. You want to tailor your resume to the specific job. If I'm applying for a job that uses the Angular, Java, Spring Boot tech stack, I don't want to apply with a resume that lists a bunch of React projects because that's not going to match the keywords that they're looking for. So I need to change my resume for this job to include Angular, Java, Spring Boot projects so that I'm hitting those keywords, so that I'm, the more times you match the keywords that the applicant tracking system is looking for, the higher your percentage of qualification is according to the robot, which ranks you higher in the list of potential candidates that it sends to the human recruiter.
Yeah, you definitely want to give yourself the best chances you can. And for me, I'm really honest with this. When I hire for my clients, when they give me resumes, or we say CVs here in the UK, but they're the same thing, I always say to them, to the HR department or the recruitment company, the ones with GitHub links in the resumes, put them at the top, because then I can just go look. For me, as Kaywalia, I think, mentioned, that kind of GitHub is becoming more and more your resume. And I know some people don't like that. It's a bit controversial. But for me, I haven't sent out a resume in over 6 years, maybe even 8 years, because all my clients come to me via my GitHub. And I'm talking, the small startups, fintechs, but also large, Google, GitHub, Facebook. They all came to me because of my GitHub. So I think it's really important to have everything you do, even your learnings, publicly, just so important.
To speak, to speak honestly, I don't really think, it's that controversial. As long as it's, if you're looking at projects and you're looking at code and you're looking at interactions with the community and you're looking at their workflows, all of that is great information to use when making a hiring decision. It's the when you look at, okay, this person has 500 repositories, they must be a great developer, that we start getting into the that's not so effective territory, which I know Eddie doesn't do. So real quick, Ashwin asked if there is an off sync in Discord versus YouTube. There is. The audio in the Discord stage will be a bit ahead of the video. So as I mentioned at the beginning of our stream, if you are not planning to speak on Radio Eddy stage, we recommend that you listen to the audio on YouTube instead so that you are in sync with what you are seeing on the screen.
And it helps my stats as well, which is what you all want to do, right? It's free for you all to help me. So yes, please do that. Only joined. Maybe we should do the whole, I don't know if Discord stages works for this because too many people can join. Whereas when we had it before with the audio channels, we can maybe limit how many people join. So I don't know. We need to have a think about that as well. Just to answer a few more questions, I think you've got a few comments about submit an issue. We will do some random selections towards the end of the live streams as well. I think we missed some other questions as well. I didn't quite understand someone's question. Carl, by the way, thank you for letting us know that someone was raising their hand, and we will get to that hand in a second. And there was another comment where someone said, could I explain something more? Oh, yes. Rohan, you said, please repeat, you don't get it. Can you remind me what I was saying at that time? I didn't quite get what you said. That comment in issue 1, I still don't get that. If you could give a bit more context, that will be really helpful. Cool. Okay, so who do we have on Radio Eddy? We have Sari Karan. Did I pronounce your name right? We do lots of Twitter spaces together. I should get your name right, so apologies.
You're muted, by the way.
Yes.
Aha, you're here. Awesome. How are you doing?
You got it perfect. Don't worry about that. Thank you.
Cool. Everyone, say hi in the chat.
Wait, what?
I was telling everyone to say hi in the chat to you.
Hey. Wait. Okay. So, yeah. I've been doing something wrong with audio, but yeah.
Make
Hi,
sure
Eddie.
you
got my
have
name perfect. Thank you so much.
Make sure you have the YouTube muted
can
if
you
you're
hear
on
me?
Radio Eddy.
I think I might have Discord muted. Yes. I had Discord muted and I was listening to YouTube audio.
No, there will be a
And
delay
I
of like
couldn't-
10 seconds.
I couldn't figure out for the life of me why nobody was responding. And then Nick says I'm muted, but I wasn't. But yeah. Anyways, I just to the person's profile that we just reviewed. I want to say that the cartoon profile picture doesn't really go well with a GitHub profile or a LinkedIn profile, especially because people from a professional environment might be looking in. What are your thoughts on that?
No, that's very true. Let me put a comment in there. You're absolutely right. I think with kind of LinkedIn, even Twitter and GitHub especially, you need to have a professional-ish photo. It doesn't. I know some people don't want to show their face. Completely get that. So it might be. I think Karuna has a picture where she's actually. Let's bring up Karuna's profile as well, and I can give an example. I think this is a good example. Oh no, Karuna's changed it now. So before, maybe it's on Twitter, but if not, I can explain it. Let's just check. Okay, Karuna. Oh no, you're messing up my example. But basically, what it was Karuna kind of turning away. I think like picking a leaf off a tree or something. So I can't see my screen. So I don't know if this is right or not. So it wasn't kind of their face. I think it's better to have be able to see someone's eyes. I just think it's just kind of more personal again. But I do appreciate not everyone wants to be in their profile picture, and that's fine. But have something unique, so don't have something like the GitHub logo or a cartoon character that's famous. But if it's a cartoon character of yourself, like Karuna had, I think that's good. And we bring it back as well. So I think that's really good.
Yeah, I use my cartoon. I use my art avatar everywhere.
Awesome. Yes.
At least it's consistent though. So
yes, exactly.
when I see this, I know it's Nick.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it. It's recognizable.
Yeah. I mean,
nobody else I know would have a profile picture that outrageous. So
I mean, they might have the same one on Twitter. Okay, they have a different one on Twitter, which is completely different. So yeah, again, I think that consistency is important. I don't know if they drew this or they paid someone to draw it, so it might be unique to them.
No.
That's an
it's
anime
a popular,
character.
Yeah, it's a popular anime character.
I see. Yeah, so I wouldn't have anything that can be definitely used. Let's leave that as a comment. So GitHub profile picture would be better if you, or at least a unique cartoon character, and the same on all social platforms. Cool. Okay. So the point. What are your thoughts on this? I know. So what we were alluding to before was Nick and me don't like the visitor count because it's just, you can fabricate it. What is everyone else's thoughts in the chat? And while we've got I'll have to look at your name, Sarikaran on the Radio Eddie. What are your thoughts on this?
I mean, I do use it on my own profile, but it's just to figure out every day whether people have been looking at my profile. It's just another vanity metric as far as I'm concerned, which is why I never take it seriously whenever I see it on someone else's profile. It's just so that if I could make it private on my own profile, but still just get access to it, on a separate dashboard, I would love that. But I don't think I can as of right now, which is why I use that.
Okay, makes sense.
When I see that someone has 23,000 views on their profile, visits on their profile, I don't take it seriously. That's about it.
Okay, that makes sense. I like it that they've got a bit of a description. They've got their links to their socials, got technology stacks. I think all looks good. I personally don't like the spacing here in terms of, like, I just feel it's a bit of I'm using my hand. I'm pointing at my screen, which is really stupid. Maybe if I
do that all the time.
If I can point at my screen here, does that work? No, it doesn't work either. Yes, I just think a bit of a wasted space there potentially, and then it takes a while to get down to their pinned repos and graphs. So I think I'll leave some positive feedback as well, because I do like great profile description. And I can't spell description.
There's one more thing about that profile.
Yes.
I definitely agree with what Nick said about don't call yourself an aspiring or an upcoming budding developer. Because as a recruiter, if someone sees that you're not confident in your own abilities, why should they be?
Yeah.
That's just another point to add on to that. But,
Exactly.
there's a typo, or rather a grammatical mistake, on the banner itself. I forgot because you've scrolled down, but
on the banner at the top.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, in the making. Is that what you mean?
Yes. So someone in a recruiting firm did some quick data magic on the applicants that they received, and by far the absence of typos was the biggest contributor to whether or not someone was hired.
Oh, okay.
So make of it what you will, but I'll even go ahead and share that study in the general chat in a second. But yes, make sure you don't have typos. Run your profile, run your resumes, run even your posts to some extent by someone to make sure that you don't have any typos.
Makes sense. Awesome. Okay, I've left some feedback. Other people, don't forget to leave a comment on that issue as well, and on the repo. So if you click on the repo, it is that customized GitHub profile is just a repo with a special name that matches the username. But you can go raise an issue on that. No one's raised anything yet. Raise an issue and you get your green square for raising an issue. Awesome. And great to see, I think it's Tom, has also raised some comments as well. So that's great. Awesome. Cool. Let's head on to the next one. We've been going for almost an hour already. Time flies when you're having fun. Who have we got next? We've got a resume next. And I see some people saying, review my projects, add it to the support repo with the right label, and it will get reviewed in a live stream in the future. But also today, in a bit, we will pick some GitHub profiles from the audience from the chat to review all together. And when you contribute to those repos, that's how you can win some swag. Please share a link of the repo. Here you go. I'll share it. Thanks for the reminder, Rohan. Yes, Nick.
I might be jumping ahead a little bit here, but I want to circle back to Elena's question about what kind of resume the robots can read. This is a pretty good layout for the kind of resume a robot could read.
You've jumped ahead already. You've opened it already. Okay, you beat me to it. Nick's too fast. Oh, it opens. Here we go. And we're gonna make.
Did I skip one?
No, you didn't skip one. I'm just being slow. Is it this one?
I think I skipped one. I'm on 1024.
Oh, you skipped one.
21.
Okay.
I skipped one.
Okay. Eleanor, we will get to that one next. Actually, it'd be great to have you on Radio Eddie as well, and we can have a chat about this on audio, just like Nick is. You don't have to have your camera on or anything. Actually, you can't even put your camera on, even if you wanted to. But if you want to join Radio Eddie, join our Discord, and at the top left, it's called Radio Eddie Stage. Click on that, and Nick can add you, and you can join in the discussion as well. Cool. Okay, so this is the 1021. We'll get on to 1024 next.
This one would, you have some areas where it's 2-column, and the robot might get a little confused, but it's an improvement. The one thing that really stands out to me, and I know people have mixed feelings on this, but I absolutely love it that you've put your interests there, and they're interests that aren't related to programming or to the job. It's just a little personal touch that tells me as a recruiter a bit more about who you are.
I was talking about that with Karuna recently, actually, and I think Kewalia as well. We were just saying in Discord about the interests, and I think you should have like 5 or 10% in your resume, or even in discussion in an interview. If they say, tell me about yourself, I think that's what we were discussing actually. I would say have 90% about work, tech, etc. But make it personal, like let them feel that they kind of know you a bit more. So if you like going to the gym, you like running, cycling, whatever it is, then include that. I think it is important as well. But not have 90% about that. Only like kind of 10%. So let me. Oh, I lost it again. Oh. I blame Rohan for this. Rohan made me copy the issue link. I lost it. Reviewed in live stream. Actually, before I do anything, I should paste it into that first. It's okay. It only takes me a couple of seconds. I'm joking. Rohan was right to. Look at that. Speaker Rohan pops up here as well. Rohan was right to say share it in the chat, because I always do forget. So thank you very much. I have some suggestions. I have some thoughts. I'm interested to know what everyone else thinks.
I don't know how I feel about the skills section.
Where's the skills section? Okay. So I was just going to raise something. Before we do that, I was just going to raise something as a question to all of you watching, and to Nick. And we still got Sirikaran on the chat as well, on Radio Eddie. What are your thoughts on colors? Because for me, this is monotone. That's what they call it. Right. It's just kind of grayscale. And I like a bit of colors to make it like pop that little bit more. Don't know what everyone else's thoughts are.
So, coming from a recruiting position where I actually had to print out resumes and file them on an ancient LaserJet black and white printer, colors are great when I'm looking at it on a screen.
Okay.
But if if you're adding color, print it. Don't actually print it, but if you have the PDF and you click print and you go through the options to make it print as grayscale, you can kind of get an idea of what it'll look like when it prints out. And what you really want to avoid are excessive dark colors. So if we take this one as an example, which we have these header boxes for each section here. And one thing I see a lot is if this header box was dark blue and the education text was white, when you print that, if I have to print that, I'm now eating a lot more ink, and ink is expensive than I would right now with a light background and dark text. So, one thing to keep in mind when you do colors is what is it going to do when I print it? Assume that I can't print in color.
Yeah, you're right. You should always go to the lowest common denominator, which is, assume that they can't print in color or they don't want to save ink, like you were saying. So yeah, you're right.
I would say colors are good. Grayscale or color, I personally don't have a preference. When I started making my first resume, I wanted it to be super colorful, blah, blah, blah. Wanted to include some graphs, stuff like that. But I sort of slowly toned it down to one color. And now I'm considering just removing that to make it different shades of black, or different shades of gray rather. But yeah, one color is definitely okay, and it looks good as well. But I've seen resumes that have black backgrounds with purple and pink and a bunch of other loud colors
Yeah.
right on the resume itself. That is definitely a no-go.
That's a good point. Yes, don't have, like, on the screen. It might look good if, say, for example, the skills section was like, I don't know, dark themed, for example, just that section. Yes, it makes that section pop more, but yes, it is awful when printing. Definitely don't do that. I agree.
And think about how your color is going to contrast with the background. It's mostly just going to be white. Make sure you pick a dark enough color that it's not difficult for people to read.
Yeah, I agree. Nice. I think it's all round quite positive. I think it is. I'm just not sure about Sorry, go on, Nick.
Since we're talking about printing, I think that these little link icons in the personal projects are cute. And they are actual links, and I love that they are actual
That's true,
links.
That's good, yeah.
But that does absolutely nothing for me when I print it. You should type
that's a
out
good
your
point.
link.
Yes. With links is super useful. But when printed, the links are not visible. Suggest showing full links. Cool.
Here's something you could do about the links. Have that link icon, but use that instead of a bullet point to separate the link and the name of the project. So you've still got that, oh, that looks nice, that's a nice touch factor, but you've also got a link for people to read.
Yeah, I think you need to have a play around with it and see how it looks. But something along the lines around that, I think, would be good if you can get the best of both worlds. But I think that looks good. So Mohammed, thumbs up. All round looks good.
So maybe somebody in chat can answer a question for me. What is secondary education in India? Is that like high school, or is that like university?
10th grade. That's 10th grade. And if you see higher secondary or senior secondary, that's the 12th grade.
So my thoughts then, to free up a little bit of space, so that you can maybe get one column layout at the bottom, is to remove those. And again, I'm operating entirely on experience in the United States. But in the United States, once you've attended university, they don't care about high school education or secondary education at all. They are only interested in your time at that university. So listing both university, once you list university, I don't believe you need the higher secondary or secondary education.
Definitely. It's the same case in India, and it just feels like you're trying to find fillers to fill up that space.
I guess as there are more
I-
work experience and more projects and all the rest, then it's 1 page long, which I think is great. So as it gets filled up, then they can start removing some information as well.
Yeah, there's actually a couple more things. I've mentioned this in a comment, but if you scroll up and look at the portfolio, it's portfolio-3f554.web.app, which
Okay.
definitely does not look good. It feels like a temp URL that you might use when sharing a link just to see
True.
just to debug something like that. So change that up, and that is the link to the portfolio. I checked just to make sure. And another thing would be, I love the fact that the email and the GitHub and the LinkedIn usernames are all the same.
Yes,
But
true.
just make sure you include a start date and an expected end date for your most recent education. That's just so that when a recruiter comes across your profile, they
Oh,
instantly
yes.
know what sort of a role you'd be perfect for.
That's true.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Very good.
Education to have start and end date. This is behind my head, right? None of you can see this. Ugh, Eddie, I should move these around. I should put this over here. And this on this side. There we go. I think that's probably a bit better. There we go, Eddie. Well done. No one mentioned anything in the chat. Okay, I'm going to copy this. Hopefully Rohan doesn't make me copy anything else before I paste it in the next one. Let's close that. Okay, cool. Refresh that. There we go. Next one. Before I do anything, I want to paste it in so I don't lose it. Paste it. Okay, I haven't lost it yet. Let's have a look at the chat as well. Sorry, what was that, Nick?
Now I'm on the right one.
Okay, cool. Oh, this is the one that you were saying to Eleanor that you think was a good
Yes.
example. Okay. I think I just missed some things in the chat. Let's have a look. Khalid saying great work. Thank you very much. It's good team effort, just like with everything. I think everything is a really, really good. Yeah, it's team effort. We don't do anything individually. Like if it's a hackathon, if it's a company project, a client project, you don't really do anything individually. You do your bit of work individually, but at the end of the day, a project can't really succeed with one person. So we're doing this all together. So thank you all so much for your help and support. Don't forget, give the video a thumbs up. And we have got some swag giveaway coming up soon. And Kushi, thank you so much for hanging on till the end of the live stream so we can do some giveaways. And that's where we review your GitHub profiles, and the winners are people who contribute to those profiles. What else did I miss in the chat? Nick really adds a good point every time. Nick, you're getting a shout out in the chat. Okay, Eleanor asks about the columns and the robot. Let's bring this one up. We can hopefully use this as an example. This is the one Nick looked at before. Resumes here. Okay, let's have a look. Make that a bit bigger. There should be a zoom button. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay, scroll down to the bottom so I can make my notes. So this isn't. Yes, I was going to say that's a weird phone number, but they've purposely, removed their personal details, which is great. So thank you very much. Also, I do agree, coming up to the point that I think Nick mentioned before, which is on LinkedIn, it's their name, which works in the digital format, but it really should be kind of linkedin.com/in/ their username. Same with GitHub. So therefore, it's easily discoverable as well. And same with the portfolio link, because that isn't the link. It will probably be .io/that. Or that might be the subdomain.github.
Yeah, the slash should be a dot on the portfolio link. It's a typo.
Okay, so let me remove this. Let me bring that over here.
Yes, this is in terms of a robot's ability to read and extract data. This is a very good layout for capturing the data accurately. And a pretty decent, not obviously a 100% accurate, but a pretty decent test for your resume is go find one of those job postings that say import your information from a resume and put your resume in there and see if it imports everything correctly, or if you go to the education field and it says that you received your education at JP Morgan Chase, If it's putting the data in the right places, that's generally a good sign that that the robots can read it. Whether or not they see what they need to see in there is a different story, but at least they're reading it and grabbing the information that is there correctly.
There's one more issue with the LinkedIn part, the LinkedIn link that they provided. Beyond the fact that, beyond what Nick said, which is mention it as linkedin.com/in/ whatever your username is, he's mentioned his LinkedIn as LinkedIn:/Shubham, which makes me think his LinkedIn username is going to be /in/Shubham. But it's not. I clicked on that link and it redirects to a much longer username. So if someone's printing it out and reading it, now not only do they not have a link to work off of, but they may assume that it's the wrong person as well.
Okay. Hopefully everyone got that. I was typing in the chat, so I kind of missed that. But hopefully everyone got that. I'm sure it was good advice. I'm terrible at multitasking.
It was very good advice.
Awesome. Cool. Just to address some questions in the chat, I have written them back into the chat, but just to address, we soon will be going to the chat and looking at your GitHub profiles. And that's from, who was that? That was Rohan. Rohan soon, but I love your enthusiasm. We will get there soon. And also TechTube says, please review some open source project reviews. We did some before. We will be getting back to some soon. I'm going in the order that these reviews, resumes, portfolios, open source projects were all submitted. So we're starting off the oldest one first and working in order.
We got a pretty solid block of resume reviews in order here. So
we could skip some and come back to them, I suppose, if we want some open source projects as well.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I think we stick to the order. I understand the desire to review open source projects because I love reviewing open source projects, but we do have people that have been waiting for their reviews, and
for a long time.
I wouldn't want to skip.
Exactly, that's true. Nick has got the words of wisdom. Cool, I see some more submissions coming in. Awesome. Yes, if people are writing in the chat or on Radio Eddy giving advice, the best thing to do is actually log a comment too, so it doesn't get lost and helps the person because they might not be here on the live stream now. Don't forget, you can join Radio Eddy and join us in the audio chat. Not long left for Radio Eddy, so if you do want to just come and say hey and give your thoughts on what we're reviewing, then please do. It's good practicing for public speaking because no matter what your job is in the future, no matter what level you are at your job, if you're like 1 month into your job or 10 years into your job, you're going to have to do some public speaking. It might just be to your team, to your boss, but you're going to have to kind of get used to speaking to a few people, so it's good practice. Okay, I think I've made notes on a few things we discussed so far. I'm not a font person, as in I'm quite flexible with fonts, but this looks like a typewriter font to me, which is why I don't like it.
I do like the font.
Do you? Okay.
Very, down at the additional experience and achievement section, there's this line that says helped more than 100 plus students to start with coding and development as ProGate student volunteer. That seems like a really, really big achievement, and I think that warrants more feature on your resume. I think anytime that you're doing something where you are helping other people achieve their goals in their development journey is huge, because you can't do that unless you have the knowledge to pass on to somebody. So that's a huge step towards demonstrating your proficiency in the field, is being able to say, hey, I've helped X number of people reach their goals or start their development journey. So I would move that up. I would make that stand out more.
True, I think so. It's a good point. I've made a note, try and make it stand out more. I like it. You're right. That is it's very impactful. And then being at the bottom, we can make that stand out more. Maybe with, I don't know, styling or position or both. I think that's really good.
There's a couple more things that I'd like to add, if that's okay.
Sure.
First, you spoke about fonts, right? This is, I don't know if you'll catch this term, but the font that you have on the left on the resume is called a serif font, and the font that you've got on the right on the GitHub window is called a sans serif font. It just means it doesn't have those extra frills at the top.
Okay.
For example, if you look at the T, there's a little drop off at both ends. You don't have those extra frills per se in sans serif fonts. And in general, they're much easier to read. Definitely more so on a screen than serif fonts. So
Okay.
I say pick something like Roboto or Lotto. There are a lot of really good sans serif fonts.
I am the
Definitely.
total opposite. I vastly prefer serif font.
I will let you both write that under your names in the issue. I got to admit, I prefer the GitHub style one, which is just really clean. For me, it's the typewriter. I don't know. It's not because I don't like it. It just reminds me of a typewriter, and I feel that it's old. That's the only, I think, reason.
I'm old. I learned how to type on a typewriter, so
got you.
It's nostalgia for me. Plus, I really hate it when a font doesn't let me tell the difference between a lowercase L and a capital I, and Discord is the worst at that.
True. And that's a fair point.
Yeah, my second point is the spacing before commas and after and before full stops or periods.
Yes, I saw
is
that.
Wildly off.
I saw that, yeah.
The easiest way to fix that is if you've got a document, if you've got a Google Doc or something like that, just get Grammarly and run it through. In 20 clicks, just 20 clicks at the same spot, you'll be done. You'll have perfect spacing, you'll have good capitalization. It's just the easiest way to do it.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm just conscious of time. We're going for an hour and 15. I think we should spend the last kind of 30 minutes reviewing people's GitHub profiles that are in the chat. How does that sound, everyone?
I love it.
Let's do it. So I think we cleared a few. Let me refresh. We've got 4 pages now. So wait a second. Hold on. So we started the live stream with 3 pages. And then we've ended up with 4 pages. I'm meant to be going through these shorter. No, that's great. I'm joking. It means everyone has been submitting stuff during the live stream, so that's great. I just need to find a way to go faster. That's something for me to work on.
That just means that I need to stop talking so much.
No, that means I need to stop talking so much. Okay, right. So we're going to review people's projects. Sorry, people's GitHub profiles. And the contributions are for you all to win swag. But I'm going to help you with what contributions you can do and give some suggestions. And if people make the same suggestion, like issue gets raised twice, that's fine, but you can raise it better. Remember, give context, help people, not just with the idea, but with understanding the idea. Okay, so let me... and why are we giving away the swag? Because Hackon are helping us giving away the swag.
Let me get Kushi back up on here.
Hey, and I'm back. So I thought maybe I should get back now.
Awesome. Everyone say hi to Kushi in the chat. And also, let me share the link so you can sign up. So do sign up and let's see. So share your GitHub usernames in the chat and we can have a look. I think
I dropped mine so everyone knows mine, but you know, a great place to practice opening some issues if you haven't done so already.
That's true. So let's have a look. I've got a suggestion. I won't raise the issue. I think I've got some green squares for today. But let's thank you everyone for saying hi to Kushi in the chat. I love it. I love it how in Discord you always welcome each other. It's just awesome. So let's have a look. So my suggestion for this, I don't know what everyone else thinks in the chat. Let me know your thoughts. Is I like this code block, but for me it looks a bit kind of blurred. I don't know if you could have it. It will take up more space, but if you could have it underneath, actually as a code block. Did you get this from Carbon, Nick?
Yes.
Yes, it does look good. I do like Carbon, but for some reason, maybe you reduced the image size, not size, the image like quality too low. It just looks a little bit fuzzy. I don't know, just my thoughts. I don't know why. I love sharp stuff.
I gotta remake the banner at some point anyway. I'm waiting on some new background art
Fair enough.
before I do that.
Okay, cool. Otherwise, I think it looks good. About me, projects, socials, like really clean. What do people think in the chat? What are your thoughts on this? And remember, getting your profile up on my screen is not how you win swag. You win swag by raising and issue ideas, pull requests on the profiles we have on the screen. So I'll bring mine up in a minute.
Some issues.
And I'll bring mine up in a minute, and I'm really keen to see what you'll think of mine. Let's see, has any been created? 26 seconds ago. Awesome. That's what we like to see. Good suggestion. Removing the badge of the GitHub followers. Let's have a look. I can't remember seeing that, but I'm sure it's there. GitHub followers. 192. Let's make it 200, everyone. Let's share it.
A question for Eddie and Kushi, because we talked about contributions. I have this wonderful issue that I've just received. And if I open this up here to first-time contributors and somebody were to make a pull request, that would count as a contribution, right?
Yes, the idea counts and the changes count. Yes, absolutely. Oh, have I lost everyone? Nick's gone quiet.
I hear you.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yes, exactly. So, what did you think about? So there was an issue raised about the followers. Do you agree, disagree, Nick? What do you think?
I agree, and I am prepping my message to open it up to first timers.
Perfect. Okay, cool. So there's a contribution people can make. Let's have a look. What else did I miss in the chat? Hey again, Kushi from Eleanor. What else have we got? And from Anush, awesome. Perfect. Vipul, yes, love this. Faisal, love that.
I'm so sorry, Eddie. I'm just kind of disrupting you here. But
No
Nick,
problem.
I also noticed that you have a particular number around your Twitter handle on your README, if I can notice that. I think that's the number of your followers on Twitter, right?
Yes.
So, can't we also remove that? Because, that seems kind of absurd because you haven't mentioned any of your other social media followers. And, it's my personal opinion, but if you feel like...
You should make that an issue so I can open it up to first timers.
Definitely.
Yeah, raise it. Or people in the chat can raise it if Kushi is
Yes.
on her
Yeah,
phone or
exactly.
something. And, sorry, go on, Kushi, carry on.
Yeah, it would be great if anyone of you who listen to what I just said to Nick right now can raise an issue, and maybe you can also get some swags and you can also get some green squares. So what I mentioned, I will just repeat quickly, is that Nick has a particular number on the right side of his Twitter profile in the social media section in his README. So maybe you can just raise an issue to remove that, because if anyone is there, maybe he or she can directly go on his Twitter profile and can see that. So that would be much more specific.
And another thing I want to mention, which is a point I mention quite often, but I'll mention it again for anyone who's new here. I just saw Eleanor's comment saying, I haven't worked on my GitHub profile yet. Hope to get some inspiration. We do have a repo where we've got a list of examples. And I am doing a free course at the moment, hopefully out in the next week or two, where it shows you how to, some ideas, how to customize your profile, etc. and so on. But what I want to mention is just create the repo that is the same name as your username, and GitHub gives you a template that you can use. The reason why I say that is so important for everyone to do that, because no one here, so we've got almost 40 people here in the live stream, and they can't contribute to your personal, to your GitHub profile because the repo isn't there, so they can't raise an issue or they can't raise a pull request. So to Eleanor and to anyone else who hasn't customized their GitHub profile yet, just create the repo and just leave it as the template that you get from GitHub, and just create that. It'll be very short and very small, and that's fine, but it allows people to now raise issues and raise ideas and suggestions. And that's really what we want to encourage here. It's not the best profile. We want to encourage people contributing to each other's profiles or projects, but specifically profiles in this live stream today. So yes, Eleanor, please create the repo and share your username, and we can get people raising some ideas and suggestions for you.
Also, talking about that, I'm very sorry, Eddie.
No
but,
problem.
all people out there in the audience, you can just go in the chat section and write about how much excited are you for Eddie's course announcement, because I'm really excited and I'm literally waiting for it to get official and to get announced now. So yes, that's about me.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited. I'm using like a new platform to do it, and I'm doing video content as well as text content. It's going to be a short course on your GitHub profile, having it static content as well as dynamic content with a touch on GitHub Actions, but only a touch onto GitHub Actions, nothing too crazy. And I will have a course later on which will go into deep dive into all of those. But I thought it'd be good to get people started. So thank you so much. I can't wait to get everyone's feedback. I'm just going to share a link. I think Karuna mentioned it. Awesome GitHub Profiles is the repo. I'm just going to share a link in the chat. Now, this is, if you scroll down, you can see, I'll scroll slowly. You can just see all these examples with links to people's profiles. And you all can submit your profile to this repo as well. So as you can see, there's lots of stuff. There's loads. I'm not even halfway down the page yet, and it's still going. I might continue scrolling while I look at the chat and catch up with what I missed. Let's have a look. Green squares. Love the green squares in the chat. Everyone put green squares in the chat. Green squares for the win. Although we all know green squares don't mean too much, but it's a good way to kind of get started and motivate ourselves. Cool. Eleanor's going to create the repo. Yes, do it. Anyone else who hasn't created their repo yet for customizing their GitHub profile? Okay, I'm not just past halfway. You all get the idea with examples of repositories. Okay, so this is Nick's. As hopefully there's been some issues raised. Let's have a look. 3 issues, no pull requests. Let's have a look.
There were 2 pull requests. I've merged them already.
Already? Wow.
Or sorry, one pull request.
Okay.
2 issues that I've triaged and 1 pull request.
Okay, awesome. So how are we going to pick the winner as well? So we're going to do some more profiles shortly, but I think we should pick the winners potentially. I'm guessing you've closed some of the issues that before the pull requests that got merged. So it's how people write it and take a screenshot and make it really useful. So okay, it's 1 line. Awesome. And then okay, looks good. Let's have a look. Okay, there's this one as well. That's from the template. What else have we got? Screenshot. Nice. Okay, I like that. And then if I'll go to the pull request first. I'm guessing you just closed it. Let's have a look.
I think whoever submitted that pull request is just an amazing person. And
they didn't put a screenshot before and after. Okay, awesome. Okay, right. Next up, well, should we do my profile next, and maybe we do Cushy's? What do people think?
No, I think we should do yours, please.
Okay, so here is mine. I really want lots of suggestions on this. Let me share this in the chat. Here we go. Green squares for Eddie. Green squares for everybody, because you're all awesome. My internet gave up today. YouTube is good barely. Oh no, Karuna, keep hanging on. We'll send you some internet. So this is my profile. What do people think? I know there's a couple of bugs here, so I'll be interested to know if anyone raises them. They might be raised already. I'm not sure. Oh, where is it gone? Let me have a look. Oh, I do have some issues opened. Okay, that was opened yesterday. And some pull requests 5 hours ago. Okay, so what do people think? So Nick, Kushi, and we have, Sarika Karan's on the chat as well. What do you all think? And people in the chat, let us know. I'll read them out. What do you think? Don't be shy. I can take it.
I'm shy because I'm still triaging all of these issues.
I'm right now struggling between the YouTube lag and the Discord lag, so it's 10 seconds.
Same.
Okay, got you. Well, hopefully it's what do you call it? Come up now on the YouTube.
Yeah.
What do you think of my GitHub profile? What improvements can I make? What isn't good? What is good, etc., and so on.
Let me
Um,
look at the
Don't be
right
shy.
I love the fact that you've got multiple languages, the hello typed out in multiple languages, but they're not all centered. It's clearly been centered around one particular word, and then the rest aren't centered.
True. And the bug with that is if I put it in dark mode, oh, you got to change it now. If I put it in dark mode, it hasn't got a transparent background and it doesn't change. Even if it did, it looks weird because the writing would be black and on black background, you wouldn't be able to see it. So you get this white block. So you're right. So although that's quite welcoming, I am thinking about removing it because a lot of people use GitHub in dark mode and it's not great. So I am thinking of removing that. So someone could raise that bug. They can get a green square.
Yes, I
Sarika Karan, you've got enough green squares. Just leave some green squares for people in the audience. But I love your enthusiasm.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
And yeah, I do agree to what Karuna just said in the comment section. She said about the multi-eddy banner edition. I really want that. Like that would be so cool because you have such awesome, like I believe whenever you have, what do you call these? Oh, I forgot the word, thumbnails.
Oh,
Yeah,
for my
finally.
YouTube thumbnails.
Yeah, so like no, but on your thumbnails you get some catchy pictures. So maybe you can all just combine all of those together and you can put a
Oh,
good
that's true. But actually, I might change that to something that Karuna and Koalia created. Where did it go? I got to give this a shout out. I mean, this is epic. Blew my mind. Where is it? I think it's on is it on branding? Let me think. Has it been submitted? Is it under an issue? I can't remember. Community. Which one was it? Maybe this one. Like, this is epic. Let me open it up in a new page. Like, this is epic. Thank you so much for Karuna. And correct me if I'm right. Oh, Eddie, check issues. I think it was Koalia as well. There's different versions of this, one with animated background and so forth. But this was awesome. So I actually might include this in my GitHub profile. So if anyone wants to raise this as an issue and also raise it as a pull request, I really appreciate that. Maybe without the text though. There is one I think without the text. Therefore that way I can make it not so tall. I can make it a bit shorter.
Yeah, like even without the text, that would be perfect for your GitHub profile as well, and you can use it everywhere. So it won't be of a particular specific domain. Like you can use it even on Twitter or GitHub. So.
Exactly. I think I'll remove the one I've got here, so we can delete the one in red. That's my YouTube banner, which is kind of a bit boring. Whereas that one just looks awesome and epic. So I'm still waiting for people in India to get GitHub sponsors, so I can drop some change to say thank you for all the awesome work. Okay, cool. Be constructive. You're all constructive, but be like, I can take it. Like, what don't you like about this? I do have some testimonials. I do need to add some more as well.
So I'll quickly say one thing.
Sure.
So do you think like all, if for example, YouTube statistics are definitely something that stands out, but I don't think your Discord statistics or your Twitter statistics would make much more sense on a GitHub profile. So that's what I think.
Sorry, repeat that. Do you mean talking about these badges?
Yeah, I'm talking about the statistics for your Twitter and Discord. So you can see three, you have to go up. Go up. So is this still a 10-second lag? Because I'm kind of struggling hard now.
Okay, we'll give it a second. I'll read the chat while it's trying to catch up.
Yeah, that would be great. So can you see where you have got your Twitter and YouTube and Discord and GitHub link? So you have got some numbers around that as well, right?
I haven't. Oh yes, GitHub followers. Oh, you're right. It's a duplication. Yes, is that what Eleanor's saying as well? I'm just reading that in the chat. I was just writing a message. Eleanor, if you're talking about the same thing, I think you're right. I didn't even I don't really look at my profile that often. So I think, yes, that should go. That's a duplication. Doesn't make sense.
I didn't get what Khushi just said. Could you repeat that?
So if you're looking at YouTube now, where you've got the GitHub followers is 2.5k, but it also says 2.5k on the left over here. So it's duplicate information, which I don't think is great. I agree. Let's get rid of that one. And
while we're on the badges, your YouTube says 145k. I thought that was subscribers, and then quickly rushed over to YouTube to check whether that was the case, but unfortunately, no. It just feels like the subscriber count is what should go up there.
Yes, that's one of my videos. I think we should probably put the subscriber count. I agree. So if someone can update that badge to be the subscriber count rather than my most popular YouTube video, then I think that would be more relevant. Yes, someone please raise an issue. Shall I check the repo? Let's see if we've got any issues. So we had 72. Now we've got 79. Yes, victory sound effect. Do it. Okay. Kushi, I hope you're keeping a mental note of who we're going to give the swags to. Let's have a look. 76.
So I think we should also keep announcing the winners alongside, and I also want you to help me because I'm very bad at it. So please, you keep doing swag giveaways, right? You should help me here.
Okay.
So maybe we can also have Srikaran's and Nick's help here as well.
Sounds good. The banner. Oh yes, the link on the banner's wrong. Yes, thank you very much. That's so true. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to change the banner, so hopefully we can kill two birds with one stone. But you're right. I didn't even notice that. That's so bad of me.
I think so. If I'm pronouncing this name right, is it Schmelto? If I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right or wrong. But I think this person definitely deserves a swag giveaway because he has been up there contributing a lot, and I saw him contributing to Nick's profile as well. What do you think, Eddie?
Where's this? Let's have a look. Oh, this one.
So it was SCHMALTO, the one that you opened before.
Definitely. Let's do that. Okay, so we've got our first winner. Kushi has called it. Awesome. We all in agreement. Let's have a victory sound. Okay, so I will take that GitHub username and I will just message that to myself so we know we have our first winner as well. Awesome.
Can I propose a winner?
Yeah, do it. I love it. Yes, please.
I am going to propose Srikaran, who is here on Radio Eddie with us, who has been hanging out on Radio Eddie with us for the last hour, was the first one to submit a pull request to my GitHub my GitHub profile today, and has been adding value throughout our entire day, not just during the time when we were doing giveaways, but all day.
That's true. That's a really good point. They're not just here for the giveaways. So let me also bring up their profile as well. Actually, I want to share both of those in the chat as well so they can get some more followers.
Yes, and I think Srikaran totally deserves it as well. And make sure, I think Tom's, I think we got the name. So the first one that we, SCHMALTO, so what the profile, his name is Tom.
Yes.
So Tom and Srikaran, make sure that you have just filled the form that Eddie just shared in the comment section. And because we would be able to get your information from there. So Eddie, can you just share the form again? Or maybe if I can find it, I'll share it.
I've got it. Oh, did not mean to do that. Yes, I've got it already here.
I'm smiling at you, and thank you so much for the shout out, Nick and Kushi.
Perfect. Okay, so let me share also your GitHub profiles. You have 79 followers. Let's see if we can get you to 100. And Tom is on 17. Let's see if you can get you to like 25. Let's do it. Yes, follow each other. See what other people are working on GitHub as well.
No.
Oh no, what?
I might have to. I am no longer worthy of being a Radio Eddie co-host because I am guilty of not following either of these wonderful people.
Oh, me neither. Let me do a follow as well. Drop them a follow. You're right. Thank you so much.
We're going to fix that right now.
Fixed and fixed. Awesome. And yes, perfect. Okay, cool. Oh, I've closed too many tabs. Not a good thing. Okay, so where we going to look at next? Should we pick someone? Let's pick somebody from the chat. Everyone, paste in your GitHub usernames and we can go check it out. And remember, It's not just giving you a shout out for your username, it's also getting people to contribute, and the winners are the people who contribute. So share. Okay, Nick, if you need to time out someone, please go ahead. I missed a lot.
Yeah,
I missed a lot of the chat.
thinking
So
that's what we're gonna go ahead and do. I'm
cool.
not a fan of this. Real quick, Eddie, I'm thinking because chat is blowing by so quickly here,
Cool.
and
I like that.
I can barely keep track. To everybody who is watching right now, do me a favor and drop a link to your GitHub profile in our Discord. I'll drop it in general and tag me, because I want to make sure that I am following and supporting each and every one of you.
Love that, Nick. That is epic.
I've got a question for you, Eddie.
Yes, tell me.
You saw my profile, right? I submitted it in the chat to get it looked at as well.
Let's do it.
I had just heard the phrase GitHub is your new resume thrown around so much that I decided to make GitHub my literal resume.
That's an interesting idea. I haven't. I've kind of toyed with the idea or heard someone suggest this, but I haven't actually seen it done. So this is great. Let's have a quick look at this. So I have shared a link in the chat. So people do raise some issues on this, and let's see what everyone thinks. Excuse me. I like it that it's. I think it's quite text heavy. My first impression. I like it that you got all the information there, but I think it's a little bit too text heavy. I would potentially, and this is my personal opinion, and this is the first time I look at something like this, so I'd love to hear other people's thoughts in the chat as well. But for me, I think you put too much information on there, and that would just there's lots of green squares. Kushi's agreeing. I just think it's too heavy. So I would potentially, I don't know if Kushi will still agree with me in a second, but I would potentially have in the README file in this repo, which is the one that appears here, I would have your highlights. So a bit about me, brilliant. Experience, maybe just pick your latest or your favorite one. Experiments, maybe pick one or two, and each one have a link underneath to say see more, and then in this repo have another file which says resume.md, and that would be this full amount that you see. So therefore,
You know what I would do?
go on, Nick.
I would keep all of that information there,
Okay.
and I would make each section an HTML details element.
Oh, the collapsible.
I was just thinking that, yes.
Nice.
That makes a lot of sense, yes. Thank you so much. And for everybody that's listening, contributions are welcome. Go raise an issue. If you can do this easily, go ahead and submit a pull request as well. I'd be happy to have all of you contribute.
Awesome. I love that. Yes. Go submit an issue, submit a pull request. That's a great idea. Like that.
We have a beer joining us on Radio Eddie's stage right now, and we have
Hi.
Schmelto also coming up.
Awesome. Tom as well. Okay, cool. Full house on Radio Eddie. Epic. Abir, how you doing? I think did we review your profile or something today?
Yeah, I was a bit late. I just came a few minutes ago, and I just dropped the link, so I missed it. I was having my dinner. It's IST zone, so
that's a late
it was
dinner.
great that I was just watching the YouTube video, and it's completely great thing that you all are doing, and I really liked it at empowering communities and students. And because of what happens generally, people don't get the chance to get the resume reviewed by the experts, and you are doing it, so it's awesome stuff, and it's helping people out a lot.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And on that note, before I forget, we recently launched our newsletter. This is for everybody, not just for yourself. So we recently launched our newsletter, but the one thing is we want our newsletter to be mostly focused on the community. So you can subscribe to the newsletter at the top, but the important part is you can make submissions for future newsletters. So if you've got a pet and you can take a picture with your laptop or some cables, we've got one coming out in about a week. send a picture of your pet and a bit of information about it, and we'll include it in the newsletter. We also have community achievements, and these are not for your own personal achievements, they're for your other community members' achievements. So if you see someone achieve something, you think, wow, that's cool, they should be in the newsletter, then submit this on their behalf, and we will hopefully include it in the newsletter. And if you see someone create a great video or blog post or something like that, do submit this for them on their behalf if you enjoyed the content or whatever it is, because we want to give them a shout out in our newsletter. In the last 2 weeks, our newsletter has gone from like 100 members to we're almost at 1,000 already. So this is great, and I want to give those people a chance to get a shout out. A reason why I was messing up there, I was thinking we should maybe include GitHub profile of the month or something. Oh, can someone raise an issue on one of my repos and I'll see it? Maybe on my profile repo, and I'll see it and I won't forget. Or tag me in Discord and I will remember. But let me share a link to this. Hopefully you all signed up, and hopefully when you all get a time, you can make a submission as well. That'd be awesome.
I'm really waiting for EddieCon, when it's going to happen. Shall I create a new issue for that?
We have got an issue already. For that. I think there's a discussion as well, actually opened, where we're discussing with people about ideas what to do. So yes, that is coming very, very soon. I think in our support repo on the EddieHub community, EddieCon community event. So we've got ideas. Do feel I will put a link to this in the chat as well if people want to leave some thoughts and ideas. And this is where I really want people from the community practicing their public speaking for the first or second, or third or fourth time. I think that'd be really important. And if people are nervous, one thing that I think we're going to be different about EddieCon, so thank you so much for raising that, is if people are nervous about giving a talk, I'm happy to be there on screen with them, to be quiet, but to support in any way at all, fill any gaps, or if there are any Q&A questions that they want me to answer, I can answer. So yes, and then we can take a screenshot together and share it on social. So anyone wants a screenshot with me, you got to give at least a kind of a 5-10 minute lightning talk, and we can get a screenshot together. Awesome. So great. Who else came up? So that was Abir. Thank you so much. And we have Tom as well. Tom, how you doing? If you're talking, Tom, you're muted at the moment. Everyone watching, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Tom, we can't hear you. I think you're unmuted, but I still can't hear you.
I think we're having some audio issues here.
No worries. Okay, so let's pick out another profile from the chat as well. So who have we got? People submitted some of their profiles, and I've kind of lost it. Let me scroll up the chat and see who we've got. Can you all do me a favor? Can you submit your GitHub usernames in the chat again? Because I kind of got a bit lost. I'm having trouble multitasking with the setup.
We have a beer here. Let me drop a beer's GitHub name so we can review your profile while you're here on Radio Eddie.
Awesome. Yes. Cool. Let's do that. Here we go. I just saw some other submissions come up. Let's have a look. Cool. Okay. Oh, a graph as well. So let me share the link in the chat as well. So to the actual repo so people can raise some issues. How many winners do we have so far? Is that 3?
I think we've got 2, right?
Yeah,
one is
2.
Tom, another one is
yes,
Sri.
2. So we've got 3 more to do. So people raise issues, raise pull requests, even leave a comment on someone else's issue. And it still counts. It's about adding value, and also hopefully you can get a green square at the same time.
So can I say one thing about Abir's
Of
profile? I
course.
think it's very neat and clean. Like my first look over it is something about like a very structured vibe. It gives me a whole, I don't know, but it gives me a kind of very like user friendly vibe. Like it's very soft on my eyes. Like it's not something too much text heavy or too much graphic heavy. I think it's the perfect amount for me at least. What do you think, Eddie?
Yeah, I think that's good. I'm not sure about have everything in inline code though. I don't know. I would have like part of it to make it pop or something, having all of it. But I think it looks good. You're right. It's really clean. I like the hi there as well. I think that's what you get by default. If we have Eleanor in the chat, if you've just created your repo, your customized repo that's the same name as your username, I think you get that by default, hi there. And then the rest is commented out, if I remember correctly. But yeah, this is really good. An animated GIF is always a good positive. I think if it could be given a bit of context, though.
I was about to say that.
What is this? Is this your contribution? I guess commits. There we go. You can see commits over time. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I'm interested to know like how you got it. Is that from an online tool? Did you create it yourself? If you could give like underneath it, I suppose, like something small in italics, a bit of context, I think that'd be really useful.
I think the tool is called Sorcerer.
Okay.
Sorcerer.io. Source, which is basically source as an open source and then an R.
Yeah, Srikaran, you're right. It was
Okay.
at sorcerer.io. From there, I grabbed it using Licecap. Licecap is an online, it's a software which you can make GIFs directly from your screen. So I used that and just made the GIF and put it up over here.
Got you. It looks cool. I think, yeah, maybe explain a bit about it because someone might not watch the whole animated GIF. So if you maybe put one line underneath saying, I don't know, my contributions over the last 2 years or whatever it is. The only thing I would say is it's last updated, it's like almost a year ago, like 9 months ago. I think if you're going to do something like that, try and maybe update it every 3 months or something.
Yeah, I have to update it. I was working on few projects, so didn't get time to update it like frequently.
Sure.
That's why.
I actually have a bone to pick of you, Abir.
Oh no, I know what the bone is.
Yeah, you know what it is. Does anyone else know in the chat what it is? Look at your organizations. I think there's something missing. You're not part of the Eddie Hub organization. I'm even wearing a t-shirt today.
I just missed it. Wait, let me just do it right now.
No worries. I'm only half teasing, half joking, half serious though.
But I have used the Eddie Hub tool, that the open source dashboard tool that you have built. I'm not remembering the name. It was in a pipeline.
Oh, Dashboard Hub. Yes, I have
Yeah.
removed that now because I'm not keeping up to date. So now, thank you so much for using it. I think there's only like 30 people in total.
Yeah,
So thank you so much.
Internally we used it, so I like that stuff.
Awesome, thank you. But yeah, you can join the Eddie Hub organization by raising an issue on the support repo with the type invite me to organization, and the GitHub action will automatically send you an invitation and you can join. So therefore, in your organizations, you will have another one.
All right, friends, I have to take off to go get ready for my usual 11 o'clock meeting. So thank you all for hanging around and geeking out with us. It has been an absolute blast. I leave you all in Eddie and Kushi's very, very capable hands for selecting the last 3 winners. Make sure you let me know who they are too. And again, don't forget, if I am not following you on GitHub, ping me with the link so I can fix that.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your help, Nick, and for joining in all your, your feedback, your encouragement, and sharing your knowledge. Really appreciate it. Everyone, I've just shared a link to Nick's GitHub that's behind me in the chat. Don't forget to follow Nick on GitHub and give a wave and a bye to Nick Hub. I'll give a wave to Nick, but in the chat, just say bye to Nick. I mentioned GitHub there. I'm getting confused.
Maybe one addition. Nick is the next GitHub star.
Yes, I have already nominated Nick, and so have many others, and I think lots of other people. If you go to stars.github.com, there's me. You can see me there. I'll make it a bit bigger so you can see my nice shiny head. But you can also nominate people. So do go nominate Nick. If I logged in, you'll see my 3 slots are full. But I nominated Nick, Praveen, who's in the chat as well, and I also nominated Enesh, I want to spell her name wrong, who does lots of awesome YouTube stuff on DevOps as well. Here we go. That's the 3 people I nominated. But as GitHub star, I think I can nominate some more. So I should get some more slots to nominate some more as well. Cool, Nick. Thank you again so much. Have a great day. I forget it's early morning for you in the US. Nick's probably gone already. Nick has. Okay, cool. Tom, so thank you so much for joining us as well. You got your audio working now.
Yes, finally.
Okay, cool. Let's have a look at your profile next. So let's also see for Abir, have people raised any issues? 5 minutes ago by Tom as well. Oh, and 5 minutes ago by Rohan as well. Awesome. Perfect.
Also, Eddie, so I
Yes.
just posted something in the comment section.
Okay.
So I saw this issue which says making a section for the GitHub profile of the month in your newsletter. I really like the idea. Like maybe we can do something related more like maybe an open source contribution of the month from your community or something like that. Like it really stands out and it really also helps people to contribute more towards open source and towards EddieHub in total. What do you think?
That's very true. I love that. Could you do me a favor? Could you DM it to me? Because my brain is getting fried by all these lights that I'm actually going to forget about it. Send me a DM and I will remember to add that section and add it to the newsletter as well. Awesome.
And maybe we can also give this person, we can also like get this person one of our swag people list, what say? Because I really like this issue.
Sounds good. Okay, so we have got, some people have raised some issues on Abir's profile. That's awesome. So we quickly bring up Tom's and then we'll look at some profiles in the chat as well. We need 3 more people, right, still? So
We got one more. We got one more with this person. So congratulations. I think it's Kulendu, if I'm not pronouncing it wrong again.
Oh, you've picked one already, have you? Who did you pick?
Yeah, I was just talking about that maybe the person who raised this issue about making a section for the GitHub profile of the month, maybe we can also award that because,
Sure.
like he...
Where was that raised? I must have missed it. Sorry.
Okay, so I have DM'd it to you. Maybe you can have a look at it.
Okay. That's on the screen way over there. Let me have a look. One sec. My multitasking is getting very, very bad. Okay, let's have a look. Perfect. Okay. Make a section for the GitHub profile of the month in EddieHub's newsletter. If Kushi says it's so and you're the winner, then you are the winner. Thank you so much. So is this number 3?
Yes, and I think like that was pretty cool, right? Because he kind of used a sense about adding something to the newsletter as well. So I really liked it.
Yeah, this is very, very different. I do like this. Cool. Okay. Well,
Congratulations, Kulendu.
Congratulations. Where are you in the world? This looks really exotic and exciting. Actually, I always love knowing where people are in the world. So in the chat, before I ask you to share your GitHub usernames again, if you could share where you are in the world, I'd love to know where people are, where they're tuning in from. Very old-fashioned statement.
I have to say, I love Kolendu's GitHub profile. I saw it a couple of days ago and it blows my mind.
Let me share it in the chat as well so people can also check it out as well. Oh, Kalindu is in the chat. Hi, awesome profile. Cool. You're getting lots of shout outs and so forth as well. Okay.
So Kulendu is from Assam in India.
Awesome.
Awesome, Kulendu.
Cool.
So see, we have a lot of people in India now. When are you coming to India?
It's on my plan. We're planning it. I'm thinking, come with all the camera crew. We stop off at your place. We stop off at Karuna's. Stop off at Siddharth's, Praveen. Oh, Praveen's in London. He doesn't count. And we'll do some vlogs together for our YouTube channel.
Yes, totally.
Definitely. Awesome. Okay, very cool profile. I don't know if anyone's raised any issues on that. So we've got 3 people. We need 2 more. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's go back to Tom's. So Tom, suggestion I have for you, Tom, I think you can also add your name up here above your username under settings. I would suggest doing that. It just makes it easier for when people say hover over your username because you've submitted an issue or something, it would come up. I know you've got your name up here, but they won't see it until they come to this page.
I think that's a great idea. Thank you.
Something from my side as well, if you'd like to take, and maybe some other people out there in the audience can raise issues on Tom's profile. So like my first impression of Tom's profile is very much like I can only see the code and I can't know something about him. So maybe you can add just a one-liner or like 1 or 2 sentences, maybe about your tech stack or something, because that would really help your profile stand out. Like that would be something from my side.
Yeah, I think
Thank you. Yes.
yes, maybe like a kind of a one liner or something. I mean, you've got your website here. I wonder if there's anything you can take from that. I really like this, but I wonder if there's like one line. No, you haven't got like a bio. I would try and put in a bio. I have a question. What is this? Is this like your PIN code for your bank account?
No, that's an MD5 hash of my name.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh,
And is that like if someone figures it out, do you give them like $1 million or something?
Something like that. Yes.
Okay, we won't tell anyone. It'll be a secret. It'll be like they call it
I
an Easter
I
egg.
think I figured out what it is.
Tom said what it is. You can't say you figured it out afterwards. That's cheating.
I swear I figured it out before.
Uh-huh. We believe you. Not many would, but of course we believe you.
Now that we've taken a look at Tom's website, if we could just go back to that, I just saw it flash across YouTube right about now.
Okay, I'll put it back up.
It's a really nice website. The only bone that I have to pick with it is that not the fonts. The text colors aren't very accessible. I think Nick already mentioned this previously
Yes,
on a
it's
previous
already
stream.
in the issues, and I want to work on this. But thanks to mention it.
No worries. I just saw a massive pop of blue that I couldn't read at all, and just figured I had to say something about it.
No, that looks good. But it does look good. It is a good site, and I like your profile. But yeah, I think all it's missing is maybe that description that Kushi mentioned. I see you're on 23 followers now. I think you were on 15 before, so this is looking good. This is great. Almost at 25. I predicted 25, so hopefully 2 more people can get you there. But it looks good. Do you have anyone raised any issues yet? Let's have a look. Still no issues and no pull requests. Okay, we need 2 more winners, so maybe let's move on to the next profile. Who do we have next? Everyone, do me a favor. Share your GitHub username in the chat again. Sorry, I know you've done it about 5 times already, but
so Eddie,
yes.
would you like to just check once, because I think something there is wrong behind, maybe the light behind
Green
you.
screen.
Yeah, I think that's the issue.
My light has died. I'm really sorry that's appearing now. Unfortunately, my light has died, so you're going to have a bit of a shadow there.
That's okay. I think we're just at the end of the session, so
yeah, we're almost coming to the end. We're going for 2 hours, so let's have a look.
Yeah.
If this is something that happens often, maybe just scoot your image over to the right side so you can cut off a portion of that.
Yeah, I'll do that next time. I should really not use the battery. I should plug it in. It's just because I'm moving to Portugal in like kind of 6 weeks. I just kind of been a bit lazy, but you're right. I should sort that out. But thank you all for reminding me. That's good. Ghost Eddie. Yeah. I will try and figure something out. Okay, cool. Right.
Yeah, so let's pick the other 2 winners, and then let's also try to wrap it up, because it's been 2 hours that we have been streaming it nonstop. So
I think I've got a tan from all these lights as well. Okay. Everyone, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. We've got 3 winners so far. Oh, did I log the 3rd one? I did log the 3rd one. Right, we need 2 more winners. Who have we got in the chat? Okay. Some people are submitting their usernames. Okay, I'm just going to pick one at random. Let's have a look. Okay. I don't know how to pronounce this. Ariaman. Hopefully I pronounced that right.
I think, yeah, you did.
Cool. Okay, so let me share it in the chat, and then people can also let's have a look. Share it in the chat, and people can also give their thoughts. Hopefully, raise some issues as well. So I like it. It looks good. I think you could probably save a bit of space, like putting these 2 side by side. I like the jokes at the end. Why can't SQL and NoSQL developers date one another? Because they don't agree on relationships. That's quite funny. This picture is an awesome picture, but I just think it takes up too much real estate. And was it...
And I really like one thing. I'm so sorry.
No, carry on.
So basically, at the end of his profile, it says like, if you're having a sad day, let's just put a smile on your face, and he gives I think a joke about something from
Yeah.
tech stack something, and I really like that. Like, like it was really community friendly, and I like it's completely new to me.
It is.
Something like this on GitHub.
I agree.
yeah.
And it shows the personal side, which I think is really important. I really like that. I think that is
100
good.
points.
But I
to be
do
creative.
have
I've seen this
one.
once before, and if you refresh, I think the joke changes. I'm
Oh,
pretty
really?
sure about that.
Oh, that's quite interesting. Okay, let's refresh.
Yeah.
It does change. Nice.
Wow.
I've
Okay.
seen this
Point.
just once before. It's not at all common.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. It will get more popular. We're promoting it on the live streams. It will get more and more popular. But no, that's really good. I was just going to say, Ashwin asks, is that a light painting? I don't know. I don't know. I would just say it takes up a lot of space. If you could half the height, I think it would be really good. And also, you're not part of the Eddie Hub organization.
Yeah.
Maybe-
That's something that we should do, like for the
Yes,
first.
should fix that. Absolutely. Let's have a look. Some suggestions in the chat. Is that a light painting? I'm not sure. I don't know if that's or a photography with the shutter speed taken like over a very long period, maybe. That was Ashwin, and then Eleanor says, "I'd make the main picture smaller. It looks awesome in dark mode." Oh, interesting. Didn't think about that. That must be really cool in dark mode. But yeah, half the height I think would be really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, definitely. Because because the first time when we'll be opening your GitHub, like the first time we'll open your GitHub profile, most of the space will be taken up by this image. So we won't be able to, like, we'll have to scroll down to see more about it. So if you can just kind
Exactly.
of,
I agree. And then MZ says, yeah, make the badges the same. Yeah, definitely have some uniformed flow with the badges. I hope people are raising these as issues. Let me have a look and check. We got swags to give away. 1 minute
Yeah.
ago, Rohan, size of the banner. You could reduce the size of the banner, make it smaller. You can also make the size of the social banner the same size. Add Eddie Hub organization. 3 points there. Rohan, you could have made this better though. You could have let me show you. This is what I would have done. At least at a minimum, make it easier for people to understand. And always give positive feedback as well, I think. So something like, great profile, some suggestions or something, ... And then give it in a list, like spit it out. And what you could also do, I haven't tried this on GitHub. Maybe you could do this. I'm in Safari, so this is going to be a bit awful. But I wonder if you could put like a width or a height or something, and then take a screenshot and show them what it could look like as well. Could be a potential idea. You could do something, just to show them what it potentially might look like. I won't submit that, but remember, it's important to make it easier for the person to understand. Give context, give screenshots, circle things on the screenshots, use lists. It makes it so much easier for people. So I highly recommend that. But yes, thank you so much for raising. That's great. Tom, again, straight at it. Screenshot, love that. Love to profile. Do you know what? One of the 2 words that I hate when using social media is live streaming, because I always do a typo and it always says love streaming, which is so wrong. And then I have to go and delete the tweet really quickly and go, I hope no one saw that, and then fix it. So
I don't know, Eddie. I'm pretty sure that every live stream you have has a lot of love in it. So I don't know about you, but I love open source.
Thank
I'm
you.
absolutely stunned hearing Nick, because I thought he left, and then I just heard his voice, and I'm like, wow, he's back here again.
Yes, that's true. Nick did. I was like, where's Nick Scott? Nick can multitask really well though. So
No, it looks like my meeting got canceled. So here I am.
awesome. Cool. Good to have you back. We are wrapping up. We need 2 more winners. Nobody wants to win. No one's raising like super awesome standing out issues or pull requests, or even a comment on an issue or pull request. I've seen some amazing contributions that have been people reviewing someone else's pull request and giving some great tips and feedback and thoughts. So remember, it is just about adding value. Okay, so if we haven't got much more on this, we will go to the next one. Okay, next. I've closed too many tabs. Next, people in the audience, if you could submit message in the chat. God, too many lights. your GitHub usernames and we'll pick somebody else out. Abir says a boost in followers. Awesome. That's great to hear.
Nice.
Abir, I know you're still on Radio Eddie. How many did you have and how many do you have now? Abir, if you're speaking, you're muted, by the way.
Yeah, so I had around 265 and now I have 274.
Yes!
So I got a boost. Yeah.
Awesome.
So,
Okay, I've just picked another one at random. Let's have a look. UG Sep. Okay.
Abir, you have more followers than I do. Well done.
Awesome. Okay, so this is the next one. Let me share it in the chat. They've been eagerly
I'm speechless.
pasting their username in GitHub a lot with a lot of pleases. I'm not a huge fan of spamming, but I think on a previous stream they have joined and shared it as well. So that's why they're a keen supporter. Okay, awesome. Let's have a look.
You know what I'm going to say.
I'm looking for the views. Is there a views one? I can't see a views one.
There's a views one.
Oh, yes, there is. Visitors.
Visitors, it's called.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Also, the followers, please, like you have, you can't duplicate it because you already have something in the left side. So it won't make any sense to repeat that. So you can remove the GitHub followers badge as well.
Yeah, keep it, I guess, concise. I think is important, definitely.
And the same goes for the repositories count as well.
Yeah.
You got it at the top here, and also have
and
consistent.
I feel there's a lot more information to be put up over there. Like only the basic things have been put up, but there should be more information what you do. Just not just about learning and all these things, but what you have built and what the most things you are proud of, so that people can directly see that and interact with you in a better way.
Yep, and I do like it. I do like how you've got the animated coda on the right-hand side. I do really like that. It's colorful. It's got some languages popping up. I do like that. And it's on the side. It's not taking up too much space. So that is really, really cool. Fun fact, I'm funny. I like that. How to reach me. Oh, you can minimize and maximize this. Okay, how to connect with me. Awesome. Yeah, I think it looks good. You know, a bit of tweaking. You can make it stand out more, definitely. I think you got some suggestions in the chat as well. Let's have a look. Vincent. Hi, Vincent. It must be really, really late for you. You're in like Far East in Far East Asia, right? It must be like 2 a.m. or something for you now. But thank you so much for tuning in. But yeah, no, I like it. I think if you can try and compact it a bit, and I think that would be not make it so long, but still have the same information. These have like some big spaces between them, probably because I think they're maybe headers in. I can have a quick look. Let's have a look. If I hit raw.
This is one thing that I've got to add here. I am not a fan of the cat emoji, not the emoji, the cat GIF right there.
Okay.
At the top, it just makes the alignment feel a bit off, and the squared off GIF, not a fan of that. It may just be personal preference. What do you think, Eddie?
Yeah, I think I think you pick one. I prefer the one with the computer, so I would pick that one. I think having multiple animated GIFs. I say I have two, and I actually want to change that. Having two animated GIFs on mine, I don't think it's good to have so many things animated. Having one's enough. And if I had a choice between these two, I would pick the computer one. I think this looks, it's more unique and it looks pretty cool rather than the cat one. I've just seen it so many times. So yeah, no, I think that's good. Let's see if anyone's raised any issues.
He has GitHub Actions on his profile. That's really nice.
Oh, the views visitor can be removed. Okay, that's actions. What are the actions? Let's have a look.
When you're raising an issue, there is a welcoming message or something like this.
Got you.
I really love it.
Nice. Good call. Good spot. I like that. That's why we need multiple eyes. That's why open source and transparency is so awesome, because I missed that. So I think that's great. Oh, went back to.
I'm personally looking forward to one particular GitHub action becoming a lot more rather coming into existence. Whenever someone submits an issue on my repository, the action automatically fixes the code and then submits a pull request and then merges it.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
I think you should start working on that.
I'm not a fan of that.
It's the next big thing.
I don't think it'll ever get there.
I'm not a fan.
I'm not sure that whether it's possible that GitHub Action can do the commit on behalf of us or any other person. Yeah, is it possible like that? Or do we need a...
I'm just joking.
It can with a token.
Okay. Okay, I thought that I got a bit serious about it. Okay. I thought that that's the limitation of GitHub Actions, but and if you want to do something like we can have GitHub bot built for it. If you want some like making commits via pull request.
Sorry, you broke up. You say that last bit again.
Yeah. So I was saying that if we can like have GitHub bot in order to like see the pull request and merge it, because only GitHub Actions there's one limitation that we cannot do the commits, external commits by GitHub Actions, but GitHub bot it's just due to the security measure. I have seen once I just saw that any external pull request cannot be merged by GitHub Action, right?
I don't know. I would still want to review it though, so I don't like automated merging.
Yeah, I was trying to do it once. Just enlighten me if it is not possible.
I haven't tried. I'm not sure because that's not something I would look into. I like every pull request to be reviewed because it's not just about checking the changes. It's also about knowledge transfer. It's being aware of the changes that occurred.
Yeah, I would not recommend auto merge unless it's for something like dependency updates. But even then, I like to look at change logs before I merge one of those. But yeah, just about anything that you can do with the API, a GitHub action can do if you give it a token to an actual user account.
Yeah, that's true actually, rather than the default token that it gets. Let's have a look at some of these issues. We need, come on, 2 more winners. We've been going for like almost 2.5 hours. Okay.
I think it's high time now we should start choosing people from their profiles.
I'm picking one. Okay. Here we go. Prathamesh, I like this. Things to improve and things I like. So again, separated kind of the constructive feedback, and you've also got the things I like. Love that. I think Prathamesh is the next one.
Awesome. Awesome.
Can we make?
Yeah.
Sorry. Go on. I'll continue after you finish.
No, I'm done. Please go ahead.
Can we make the 5th one Nick? Because he has just been in every single stream.
True.
Along with Eddie, adding value, helping people out. I love that.
Highly appreciate the nomination. However, I would much rather see the swag go to people who are maybe newer to our community or who are not in. I am very fortunate to be in a position where I am employed as a developer, and I am, I have all of my needs met, and I would like the swag to go to somebody who would benefit more from the recognition.
Nick's very humble.
Yeah, like that. That is really kind of you, Nick. Thank you so much. So, yeah, Eddie. Okay. So we still have
one more. Okay, no problem. So we've picked one.
Can I nominate Vincent? I already mentioned this in a discussion, but Vincent is.
Yeah, can I ask why? You can nominate Vincent. Can I ask why?
We have a discussion in the support repo which Vincent started about a swag, and I really loved it, and he always updated with the tweets from you, and that's why I would nominate Vincent.
Awesome. Can I bring it up? Let me see. So it's in the Eddie Hub support discussions, and do you know the name or the title?
Or anything with swag, but I don't know the types.
Okay, anything with swag. And then I'm also, here we go, Eddie Hub open source swag for the community. Is that the one?
I think that has to be the one.
I think if Kushi allows it, I think the nomination is good. I can see a lot of support that Vincent is doing here.
Definitely. I totally agree to both of us points. So yeah, please go and nominate Vincent from my side as well.
Okay, let's bring up Vincent and share Vincent's GitHub on in the chat, so people can go follow Vincent. Vincent has 26 followers. Let's see if we can get to 30 in the remaining few minutes we have left. Awesome profile, Vincent, by the way. Really, really awesome. Oh, Eddie Hub's there. Look at that. Yes. Victory sound.
I think we got the five swag giveaway winners for today, right?
Could we do one more?
Sure. Yeah.
Could we do one more?
Do you want to do it?
I have one more potentially. I think it's a new person to the Eddie Hub community. But before we do that, let's just 2 minutes or 1 minute on Vince's profile. People raise some suggestion on Vince's profile, so they can get some contributions, raise some ideas. I really love this. I think it's great. Animated lines, just really subtle, really nice. What other thoughts? And doesn't seem to be any wasted space. So I think that's really good. I'm gonna have to steal some ideas from my profile. On this as well. Oh, I got a shout out as well. Nick, you and me got shout outs. Awesome. Thank you very much, Vincent. That's awesome. Okay. But yeah, raise some issues on Vince's profile. Right. So the last person who I would love to get some swag, but I say it's potential because they've got to do a little bit of work first. So we have Eleanor, who's been on the live stream since the beginning. And Eleanor, I want to refresh your GitHub profile. You promised, well, I think you promised, I made the assumption you're going to promise, to create a repo that has the same username as your GitHub username so you can customize your profile. So I'm going to share that in the chat. I'm going to share your GitHub profile in the chat. But if you can create that repo just with the default content, I want to nominate you to win some swag. Just so you can have that customized GitHub profile, even if it just has that default text, and other people can submit ideas for you and submit pull requests for you. So let's see. We'll give Eleanor a couple of minutes to create that repo. And I really hope that you create the repo and we can get you some swag. I don't know what you all think. Do you all agree?
Definitely, yes.
100%.
Okay, shall we do a drum roll? Oh.
Okay.
Tell me.
Okay, hold on. Yes. Elena, you did create the repository. It looks like there was no default content, which is why we're not seeing it. So give me just a moment here, and I will give you your first pull request on this repository.
No, I want to do it.
With a Hello World content.
I want to do it. Let me beat Nick. How can you fork it, though, if there's no content?
Oh, you can't fork it.
Interesting. You can't fork it if there's no content. I haven't seen that before. That's like the fourth thing I've learned something new today. So, Eleanor, my apologies. You did do it, but you didn't have the default markdown file. I still want to nominate you. Don't get me wrong. But if you can create, or you could, there's two things you could do, I suppose. You could, I've never created an empty repository before, so I don't know.
I have.
Have you? Okay. What would your suggestion be? You could either delete it and create a new one, or add a file.
Yeah, I don't think you have a UI to add a file. I could be wrong because I create an empty repository and then I clone it. So yeah, the clone button's there. So I think you can create I think you have the UI to create a file.
Interesting. Let me go to mine.
Yes, you do have the UI to create a file.
Eddie, let's have a look.
You do have the UI to create a file.
You do? Okay.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you. Okay, so Eleanor, hopefully, newbie here, don't worry. After 15 years, I still feel like a newbie. So don't worry, we're all learning. Exactly, we're all learning all the time. And it's part of the fun, and we're all here to support each other, which is why I love the Eddie Hub community, because we're not here to put each other down. I know we like to give constructive feedback to each other, but we're here to lift each other up. And that's why I love waking up in the morning and seeing the Discord chat and people already, wishing each other good morning because, their time zones are, say, ahead of mine. Or when Nick comes on in the afternoon and says, hey, everybody. And then everyone just says, hey, back, what you up to, how you doing? I love that. And that really gives me that warm, fuzzy feeling inside. So don't worry. We all make mistakes and so on.
Go ahead and give that page a refresh for me, would you?
Okay, wait a second. Drum roll. Play some drum roll music. Let's do it. Refresh. Yes! So if we go to Eleanor's profile. Did I click on it? I didn't click on it.
Yeah, I think I can see hi there.
It's there. Awesome. So now the repo is there. People can submit issues, submit ideas, and submit pull requests. That's awesome. So I nominate Eleanor. Kushi, do you accept?
Yes, totally. Like, why are you asking me?
Awesome.
Please go and nominate us.
Yes. Okay. I am going to just add Eleanor's to my notes so I can send you a list of people afterwards. But you've probably made notes already. But just in case, for my own sanity, I have made some notes. Right, we've been going for 2.5 hours. My dinner is on the table and cold in that way. And you can see my light has died. It's got this ghosting effect here, so apologies for that. Thank you all so much for contributing, everyone in the audience. You've been amazing. Don't forget to submit your open source projects to the GitHub issues if you haven't already, and we will get to that soon. Don't forget, HackOn is on at the end of the month. Dates are the 28th to the 30th of May. Thank you so much for everyone who joined the live stream in the audience, also on Radio Eddy. And a big shout out to Nick for helping moderate as always. And Kushi for joining and giving away the swag for HackOn. So that is awesome. And I am speaking to Siddharth from HackOn about doing a talk at their event. We're just arranging logistics. So I will be there. So I really hope to see you all there too. Anything else? Any last words? Sorry, Kushi, carry on.
Before you...
So I was just saying that we're really excited to be hosting you as well. And yeah, everyone, if you're here, also do give this video a big thumbs up. And I really enjoyed this live stream. I always love geeking out with Eddie, and this is an amazing experience. So if you want to know more about HackOn, I'll again drop the link in the chat section for HackOn's Discord server, and you can go and maybe get there. And for all the swag giveaway winners, I'll personally reach out to you on Discord and make sure that you also have filled the Eddie's form, which Eddie might have,
I will share the
pushed
link
out
again.
in the...
Here we go.
Yeah. So that would be great. And thank you so much, Eddie, for having me.
Awesome to have you there. Awesome to have you here. Thank you so much. Look forward to next time. I always enjoy geeking out. We'll just give the other people on stage a chance to say goodbye as well. So I think Sarikaran, you were going to say something as well?
Yes. Before we close, I've got one last suggestion, and this is for you, Eddie.
Oh, okay. Yes, please. Give it to me.
At one point during the stream, Vincent couldn't figure out who was speaking. So could we have sort of an indication of who's on stage on the stream itself?
Yes, good idea. So in theory, you're right. I did do this once before, but I don't know why I didn't do it again. The idea is I could move this over to the side and, oh, wrong window. And I could bring, where is it? I could bring this Discord over here, maybe potentially, you're right, to show who's speaking. Yes, really good point. Thank you so much. I have terrible memory, and like I said, with all these lights, my brain is fried, so you all might have to remind me again in the future, and after you remind me a few times, I will eventually remember, I promise. So
I'll go ahead and create an issue in the support repository, and maybe we can get you set up with a live stream checklist.
Yes, that's very, very true. Very, very true. I think.
Let me know when you create that issue, because I have one specific thing that needs to be first on the list.
Okay, I'm nervous now. What is it, Nick? What is it? Tell us. The stress.
Check the green bars.
Yes, I always forget to check the green bars. So these green bars are my audio and the guest's audio and so forth. And sometimes I forget that one of us is muted and so forth. So yes, you're right. You're right. We do have a support repo. So if I quickly go to Eddy Hub, we do have lots of awesome things in the support repo. We do have a YouTube folder, which is where we have the templates that I'm putting in when I post a video or live stream, I put that in the description. But also maybe we could have a live stream folder, and put in like checklists, and you all in the audience can contribute to get some green squares as well. And the README in Discord, the README channel that's read only, is also here. So if you have any suggestions, you can put them in here as well, and I can just copy and paste it into the README channel as well. We're trying to have everything on GitHub as a template, gets you the green squares, but then I can use it elsewhere and people can continually improve it. Awesome. I love that. Thank you. And who else do we have on stage? We have Tom. Tom, any final words?
I just want to say thank you, Eddie. Thank you all for contributing. Such a great community. And bye-bye.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you. And Abir?
Yeah, I am here.
Awesome. Any
Thank
final
you.
closing words?
Yeah, so actually, I want to thank all of you that did this on the places, and please contribute to a course. And because what happens, whenever you do, like collaboration helps you to go faster. Next, if you see any open source project, it doesn't pre-planned stuff, but it has grown so fast that most of the people use it. So open source make collaborative and build collaborative and do faster development. So that's all. Thank you, Ed.
Thank you. And thank you very much. Nick, last but not least.
As always, thank you to everybody for joining and geeking out with us. Congratulations to our fantastic contributors who won some swag. If you did not win, I want to say that your contributions are still very, very, very valuable. Please do not think that you were not selected because your contribution was not good enough. We just have a limited number of swags to give out, and do continue contributing, because this giveaway might have inspired me to run a giveaway as well, and I will certainly connect with Eddie to plan something, so be on the lookout for that. And make sure you enjoy your week. Drop a goal in general, I guess, because I can't find a better channel for it. What are your plans this week, everybody? Share your goals, share your plans,
We
share
have
what you
stand
want to
up.
learn.
We could use stand up channel for that.
We have stand up. Use stand up. Perfect. Yes. Use drop a message in stand up. What are your goals this week, and how can this community help you reach those goals?
That's a really good one. How can this community help you reach your goals? Because sometimes you have a small challenge. You have a challenge which to you might seem quite big, but to someone else, they know the answer, that they can help. And that happens to me as well. I remember being stuck on a problem for an entire weekend, and I showed it to a friend. And I've been stuck on this the whole weekend, and literally in 10 minutes, they solved it for me. And I was just like, oh my God, I literally spent like 12 hours on both Saturday and Sunday to get this solved. I was like a dog with a bone, wouldn't let it go. He said, oh, you should have messaged me on Saturday lunchtime when you realized you were stuck. And I was like, I should have done, because I wasted 2 days. So do reach out to people. People do want to help. So great suggestion, Nick, as well. On the note, in terms of swag, Kushi, correct me if I'm wrong, but there is more swag to be given away. If you join our Discord and you want to sign up to Hack-On, there is an Eddie Hub token coupon thing you can use when you sign up, which allows you to get a little bit more swag, if I remember correctly. So do check that out. We will share it in Discord, not on a live stream. And Eleanor's giving Kushi a shout out for the swag, but I see there's lots more in the chat as well. Everyone's saying thank you. Everyone's congratulating the winners. People are asking what I'm having for dinner. I don't know. I need to go find out and cook it. I think it's my turn to cook tonight, actually. Something I can throw on the barbecue.
Dinner's not on the table yet.
It's not on the table when I think about it. When I was thinking, what are we having for dinner tonight? I need to cook it. So I need to go figure that out. Loving all the support to each other in the chat. You're all just epic. This really makes me so happy. So thank you all so much. Yes, I think it's a good place to end, because I know it's really late in some places and early in other places, but those people have to get to work. So not get to work, but do work.
It's exactly 12 a.m.
Wow. Okay. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. We will see you on the live stream on Friday, and YouTube video coming out on Wednesday as always. I'm sure we can organize some catch-ups in between on Discord. So I'll chat to you in Discord between live streams and videos. Link is in the description below. Thank you so much. 73 likes on this video. That is epic. I think that's got to be in my top 3 videos. So thank you all so much. And yeah, we'll catch you all another time very soon. Bye.
Take care, everyone.